Shout out to the VIP. Bunch of price action on Bitcoin up almost, guys, over 5%. Really at 20,000, pushing that $20,000 barrier. This is London with Bitcoin Spike. Extremely excited. Wanted to come to you guys live. Let's talk for a little bit and let's go over the pattern formation. Let's look at what we caught in the back. Boom, guys, boom. We definitely caught this move in the back. Another nice move to accompany this preceding move for, what was that, over 12% earlier this week. Yeah, we caught them both, guys. Congratulations to the VIP in the back. That's our top level membership. And guys, it's just the top traders in crypto. In terms of what we broke out of, looking at this ascending triangulation here was sweet, guys. Very nice move in the back end. We're going to discuss, guys, targets to the upside if you're in a comfortable long right now. I'll just say congratulations. If you're in a comfortable long right now, congratulations. I let you know this morning that I really wanted to reach this specific area in this zone, right? And shout out, guys. Hit the like button and let me know that you are in the audience. I would appreciate that very much as we are streaming. And I know it's July 4th, and that's a good thing. But in terms of that, just let me know you guys are around. And I know that a lot of people are tied up. However, hopefully not too tied up to where you're missing trades. We don't want you to miss trades. I know it's important for all of you. So level of resistance, looking for the interaction at this level, at this specific level of resistance, right? Catching this specific move here, bam, in the back, was a beautiful, beautiful trade. Congratulations to everyone in the back. And by that, I mean VIP. And I just want to say hello and happy 4th of July to everyone. In terms of your trading, in terms of just what's going on with you, if you're domestic, if you're stateside, if you're overseas, wherever you're at, it's a big holiday in the United States. So we're excited about the price action. While the other markets are closed, yeah, we'd love to trade. So we got some nice price action with Bitcoin. So looking at this move to the upside again, if you're in a comfortable long, congratulations. We were trading in the back, a lot of VIP. I know we're booking trades. It's a nice move, guys, bottom line. Now, staying on top of moves like this is not easy in terms of this specific flat top resistance. I always let you know we're hunting for a flat top. You guys know that. I always say that to you guys. And I know that you must think, well, why are we always looking for a flat top resistance? There's a flat top. There's an ascending line of support, right? It's the indication of buyers. Right, that's the indication right here. Flat top resistance, right? Buyers taking here, boom, at a preceding level, right? That's what we're consistently looking for in the market. Let's go into like the 1 hourly and take a look at some of the ongoing features. The chart is a little bit busy. I can hide. Why don't we hide this wedge? Let's hide that macro wedge. Let's take away a few of these alert lines and let's get into this ascending triangulation, which has really been, which is a nice feature to focus on right now. This macro ascending triangulation. Let's look at the candle wicks. We can go to the candle wicks. I think you guys will appreciate this. And yeah, she just doesn't look like she's slowing down, does she? Congrats, guys. I know that a lot of you are trading, and I know that she's kind of due. I mean, it's been a few days since she decided to spike up 12%. So yeah, let's get some more price action going. This is why we trade Bitcoin. Without a doubt, we caught this move very nicely in the back. You guys know that, and it was nice. How we got our name, Bitcoin Spike, we caught a lot of these moves, guys. That's what we're known for in the back. That's just that's what we focus on is catching the spike, right? So the move to the upside. And let's dig into this specific feature here. We have I'd say a common feature in terms of a combined feature with the pattern formation. We have the specific bit of a channel formation here, internal, right? An internal channel formation. You can see this internal channel formation kind of wants to push on up through this zone here. We'll go into the lines. We'll go into the wicks as well as we look into that channel formation. Had some internal patterns that definitely traded. You guys know that. And in terms of this specific feature, very nicely constructed flat top resistance, ascending line of support, right? Measuring this is, I'm going to say it has a bit of variability, not to stutter through it. Maximized, if we were to look at the most aggressive target that we could have here, let's look at the most aggressive. Let's take the very left-hand side of this specific ascending triangulation. Let's stack that. That would be as aggressive as we would really look to participate in the ascending triangle is the full amplitude move here. Okay, there are some, I'd say there are some arguments in terms of having included this level already here with this preceding candle wick function, which would make it even a higher price target. Just to let you know, I don't want to get over zealous in terms of, or overexcited in terms of the price target to the upside as we're challenging that $20,000 mark. However, I do want to let you know that there's an argument. It's not really technically sound, and I'll explain why, but that we have really trajected through this level as well, this level of resistance as well, and therein created a much larger dynamic of a pattern structure, essentially to the upside. And I'd feel more comfortable. I think you guys will agree. We're more comfortable with the with the solid technical formation in terms of the flat top resistance established here that has hit one, hit two, hit one, hit two. We need that hit 1 2 1 2 in terms of that ascending triangulation, flat top resistance, ascending line of support. What we don't have, if we include this specific level here in preceding, we have the hit 1 2. We just don't have another hit 1 2. All right, so that is a bit that's impacting things just a bit in terms of that flew to Doge. I don't know why the screen just flew to Doge. What's Doge doing? I don't know why it just did that. I have Doge on my watch list amongst some other things, but BTC up 5%. Guys, what's up? Nice moves, huh? BTC proving that she's worth trading. And for the record, we did not give up on her. You guys know that. Plenty of price targets below, right? Plenty of discussions in terms of heavy reserve capital, never being overexposed, right? Focusing on the trade dynamics, the trading dynamics that are before you always, and refining your approach to the market. However, and we're maybe known for this a bit, but in terms of the framework, it just presented itself very nicely to us with a bit of variability. I think you will agree. There was a touch of variability in terms of what we were looking at. Okay, in terms of level of resistance, level of support on the hourly chart, also reflected on the 4-hourly chart. We're looking at a nice triangulation, very nice triangulation, right? They're a very straightforward pattern. Not really a complicated pickup along the level of support. You guys know that. Not really a complicated level of support pickup. So we want to shout out to Mordecai in the back. Mordecai, what's up, brother? Hope you're doing well. I know it's your first day in VIP. One of the reasons I decided to stream. These are exclusive streams, just so that you know. It's not made for the masses at all. Anyone who's been VIP for a while will kind of tell you. It's just made for VIP, and a lot of VIP are with family, cooking barbecue, doing different things with fireworks, everything else today. And we'll stream for a bit. They can catch the stream. And when you're catching the stream tomorrow, I'll just shout out to you now. What's up, VIP? Because some of the guys they'll watch it tomorrow if they're not front and center, like Luke and some of the guys that I know are busy with family today. So, looking at the framework, guys, again, my top level resistance here. That's the target for the bulls right now. Do we have downside targets? That's the other question. Do we have downside targets? Always wanted to know, do we have any downside targets? That's the one thing. Always, guys, as you would look at this, always, I'd say discipline yourselves to consider that which the market is not considering right now. As everything is going parabolic, very nicely done, right? As we're just trajected to the upside, just understand, as everyone else is just looking higher and higher, consider the levels below that would want to get hit, right? We came from an ascending triangle, as I recall that. Yeah, an ascending triangle. Let's look at this in terms of the back. Let's go to the 5 minutes. Let's see where we could best plug this into the framework. Let's go to the 5 minute is not bad in terms of that specific structure. We do have this. This is the I'd say talk about some strength from the bulls. Look at this specific. I mean, this was some power, guys. Looking at this specific rising wedge feature. Also, we had a bearish expanding diagonal. You guys know this, the expanding bearish diagonal, which would put this in a danger zone. I'm going to just say this for the record, for the guys that are here right now that have seen this pattern play out. I'm going to just say, for the record, based on Elliott Wave, I will be very surprised, and I'll actually bring this up to Elliott Wave International as an example. I'm going to say this, guys. I'll bring this up as an example directly to them at the highest level I can and see what their response would be, because their materials all state after an overthrow like this with an expansion and a leaning diagonal that this price would go to here. I'm just telling you, that is just Elliott Wave International. Okay, so to the extent that we have that pattern, it's played consistently. It's played like a drum the last several several weeks, multiple examples of that, and I'll bring those up right now. How about we review those so that we're not just talking hypothetical? Let's talk exactly what those expanding diagonals, what they've done precedingly, so that we can at least gauge them. Now, is it 100% of the time? This is going to be the question, right? Is it going to be a 100% of the time expanding diagonal, right? A rising level of resistance and an expanding but still rising level of support. Boom, capitulation to the downside, right? Then we had really the framework for another expanding diagonal in this zone. Okay, so that was one. This would be two. Okay, boom, capitulation to the downside. Then we had the macro, and we caught all these guys. We caught all of these in terms of this. Let me make sure that let me take these arrows off my my trend lines. But this specific macro feature here, right, in terms of the rising, okay, and expanding there with, I say rising resistance and expanding there with level of support, right? So we had one internal, two internal, both that functioned as expected, and the market is watching this. The traders know what's going on right now, guys. This is active. This is going on right now. This is not hypothetical. Maybe people are looking at this. This is exactly what people are looking at right now. Okay, with this first interior component, second interior component, or maybe the first and then second, depending on how you want to count. Right, then this external macro component. Each one of those, boom, 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 to the downside. Right, we're now in the componentry. We're in the structure of this specific expanding diagonal. And this is what she's supposed to do. The guys who have traded it a lot know this is what she's supposed to do. She's supposed to get out, up, and over that line of resistance. So what I will say is the following. As we look at classical, a classical approach like Elliott wave, as we would look at a classical approach, they can provide us the roadmap. They can provide us. It's almost like they can show us the track map. They can, show us the keys to the Formula One car. At some point, we have to drive it. Yeah, we do. We're the ones that have to get in the Formula One car and drive it, right? So, to the extent that the micro can help us in terms of this, like one thing I'll say is this: as we looked at the launch here, boom, we caught this. You guys know that we caught this this nice move to the upside, bam, in the back just recently here. So in terms of that, congrats to the VIP. We were looking at this structure. Look at this ascending triangulation, just boom, right, with arrows pointed literally to the point of liftoff. Let's see where we're at here. Looking at this, just following through with the breakout, we're walking the VIP through that in the back, and that's quality, guys. So in terms of that, what I'm going to say is, I don't want to ever down talk you understand my position in terms of Elliott Wave International. I don't want to down talk a specific authority with technical analysis. I don't want to do that. You guys know that's not the intention, right? To down talk an authority and TA? Nah, never. I don't want to do that. But to the extent that we could fashion an aggressive and a conservative target. Let's look at this in terms of this specific. Let's put it in the terms that we would rely on. Buy at support, sell at resistance, trade your targets and hit your patterns. Trade your patterns and hit your targets. Pardon me. Got the lines messed up here a little bit. As we would say, easy stuff, guys. Buy at support, sell at resistance, trade your patterns and hit your targets. Right? And as we would look at this, there is at a mid-level function here on the lines. On the 5-minute, there's a question as to, yes, we've achieved our target. On a more aggressive approach, guys, we still have room to go, okay, in terms of the maximum amplitude of this triangulation. Flat top, resistance, ascending line of support, right? Just well features. I'm glad that we covered this specific formation. Very nicely done. Congratulations to the VIP, to all of you. We got a nice confirmation on that, didn't we? I brought that up in a YouTube video that we could refer back to if need be. But that's a solid pattern. Extremely impressive what the bulls were able to do after this launch. Boom, to the upside. We woke up with good news. Everybody's up. That's nice, right? Looking at the framework here, a rising wedge like this to scoop out and boom, just hammer to the upside. That's impressive, guys. We had the flat top resistance, okay, on the, as we dig in. Let's go to the 1 minute time frame as we look at this, and just what a question technically. As you guys are just tuning in, this is London with Bitcoin Spike. Looking at this framework, yes, we caught this in the back, boom. In terms of on the breakout, congrats to the VIP, our top level membership, who are trading Hey, yeah, what's up, guys? Congratulations. That's what VIP is all about. We want to trade. That's it. You guys know that. So, looking at the framework here, yes, we would also want to dial in, right? We would want to dial in the specific amplitude, right, of this on the 1 minute chart. If you're on the 1 minute on your desktop, you'll see the specific amplitude target here, just nearly accomplished. Now, these like to interact towards a prior level of resistance in the form of orders. Now, at any point in time, a move such as this could continue to react to the upside. We as a group see the return to prior resistance very frequently, extremely frequently, unless there's some sort of a barrier. It is dependent upon, I'll say it's dependent upon, I'd say it's location, right? If we were to see, and this is a very good time for us to discuss this, guys, very good time. If we were to see a target in general, and just want to talk about this, guys, we need to talk about this. In general, if we were to establish a target at any point in time to the downside, let's go with a parallel channel. And if said target, and let's just draw this out, if said target were, and we've been dealing with this, the notion of an Elliott wave channel all day long. You guys know that. And I'll just keep it roughly indicated right now, okay? But, and again, we have the more aggressive target continuing up to past 20,500, okay? We have the more conservative target, which has already been reached with my ultimate, guys, target. And again, I'm going to consider the whole level of failure if we can't get to that top line resistance on the macro, just so that you know. I said that this morning in the video, and I mean that, guys. The top level resistance here is really the ultimate goal here. It's nice to make these small moves. 5% helps. It's nice. We've been in this zone. We're comfortable in this zone right now. The market's done a good job of adjusting us to the 20,000s. Right, and sub 20,000. So, but looking at this framework, what I wanted to discuss is the fact that anytime you're in an Elliott wave channel or an arguably forming an Elliott wave channel, etc., I want you to be careful of one thing, just between us, guys, just between us in terms of VIP. Okay. I want you to be careful as you would establish any type of a trajectory boom to the upside. You would normally have your targets to the downside. I just want you to watch out and kind of pay attention as I would mark one towards the bottom. Okay, there's one towards the bottom, right? As I would mark another one potentially towards the bottom, right? Wherever this may lead us towards the bottom again, boom. I would be careful of any of these specific targets that are resting, and there we go. Get up to that more aggressive target up here. That's what we want to see. I would be very careful to be mindful of any of the specific targets that are along the level of support in the specific Elliott wave channel. Okay, if you heard that, let me know, guys. I need to know. Just understand. Just internally, nod your head, do something. If you have a target that's along a level of support in an Elliott wave channel, I want you to throw the siren on, right, internally. Be like, that may not get hit. That may not get hit because we're in an Elliott wave channel. The idea is that we would continue to the upside, right? So that's a very important dynamic we haven't discussed much. And Leo in the house. What's up, Leo? How are you, brother? I just wanted to come. It's a holiday. Everybody's by the pool and doing barbecue and whatever else. But I thought since she's going off the hook, we're going to be trading. Leo, what's up? And my man, what's up, Leo? Good to have you. Yeah, we're looking for the more aggressive target to the upside. Leo was just talking about in terms of any of the and you know the parallel channel function. At the level of support, just boom, drag it up to the top. You'll find this the specifics underneath the trend line. It's under the trend line on the left-hand side. You'll find this specific drawing tool underneath that menu. So yeah, Leo, good day to have started your 100 rounds, right? You're trading. Leo's trading. What's going on? That's what I'm talking about. Congratulations, Leo. I know that's a great way to get out of the starting gate, huh? Boom. That's good luck, brother. I note that. I'm gonna note that, brother. So as we would talk about this, what I'm going to mention here and really note heavily. First of all, we should note that the Elliott wave channel has pushed from a level of, we'd say, support to an exterior level of support, picking up in the easiest way with a flat top resistance. We're always hunting a flat top. I mean it, guys. Flat top resistance. You know it now, huh? You guys see this. Last week, you've been like, you betcha we're hunting a flat top, right? Flat top resistance, ascending line of support. So the trajectory, essentially, guys, The target to the upside, we're just about to come in contact with the target here. However, the Elliott wave, the Elliott wave channel changes things a bit. Okay, just changes things a bit in terms of a level of variability or increased risk as you would operate to the downside within an Elliott wave channel. Trying to get down through the level of support too early, it can be dangerous. All right, trying to short down through a level of support that's established in an Elliott wave channel can be tough, just so that you know that, okay? It can be very, very tough. And, yeah, in terms of the targets, I would just always remain 100% aware of that, okay? In terms of your targeting, if you're formulating an Elliott wave channel, be cautious, okay? Be cautious of those targets along that level of support that you may identify to the downside, okay? So, what are we looking at in terms of overall price action for the day? Just under 5%. Let's dig into the. Let's get in where we really like it. Huh? I could throw some high stakes music on. We really start trading if you guys want to. I have that. What is that? High. It's high stakes. It's good stuff. That's right at that target for the ascending triangulation. Now the anticipation. Let's say anticipation. Let's say the ultimate goal would be for bulls to traject at least to that top line resistance, fulfilling that demand function. Boom. Can they satisfy this line of resistance up along the top? That's going to be the ultimate push for the bulls, okay? Very, very important is we would look at that. But yes, we've satisfied the target technically. So if you've taken at this level and say, well, I'd like to get here, but I'm satisfied with the measurement, the technical measurement of the amplitude of the triangulation, boom, brought to the top resistance. Really easy stuff, guys. Boom, to the top here, right? We're just looking at that's a safe take in the market. I can tell you, I just know for a fact that a lot of traders have taken at that level, right? If you choose to push, you choose to push. The componentry is the following. Now we just talked about the Elliott wave, correct? Yeah, we talked about the Elliott wave and the targeting. Now, this is the big kahuna question, period. All right, this is the question that will remain, and we're going to, I guess, answer this question. It's going to be very interesting, and it's Elliott wave on Elliott wave. Looking at the 5-minute, for instance, the expanding diagonal. You guys get this, right? The expanding diagonal. If we were to move this channel, you see the expansion. Very clearly, we are so well established with this specific pattern right now. The question is going to be, as we just discussed, kind of a save provision, a save, right, provision. In terms of your lower targets may not get hit if you're in an Elliott wave channel to the upside, right? Just expect more Elliott waves. Boom, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, what we would state is the following. Is after considering the safety provision, right, in terms of protecting people, protecting longs at least, right, maybe kind of sheltering those lower targets, that level of support, and the wave function, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, understand the following. Can we expect the same on an expanding diagonal? What a question, guys. Can we expect the same on an expanding diagonal? I mean, this one's in a specific Elliott wave. It's in an Elliott wave channel, right? So to the extent that we could expect somehow it to change this expanding diagonal, the possible expanding diagonal, that's the question of the day. Because I'll tell you, this is the key. I'm going to just, for the record, guys, because we've traded 3 of these already. Where was the key pickup? Where was I know Anthony. Anthony, I'm thinking about you because I'm certain that you have shorted at this level multiple times already because we're up and over this level of resistance for the expanding diagonal. Now, that's the question, right? That's the question is, well, can the Elliott wave somehow can this level of support or even the implied level without going there, can that somehow prevent are going below this level of support? Because it does reinforce, this level of support reinforces, guys, price action up and above to really insulate these specific downside targets. Are they still targets? Of course they are. However, the Elliott wave, as we look at them, as we look at an Elliott wave channel formation, the Elliott wave formation, channel formation is something that will safeguard these downside targets. They just will. In addition, some would be included within a previous pattern, right? So it's a heck of a discussion, guys. It requires people to trade. I will tell you that shorts are. I have to say this. In terms of a short right now, I don't intend, while Bitcoin's doing well, to come live and talk about shorts. How about that? We got that from Bitcoin spike. I'm not going to show up when Bitcoin's doing well and be like, well, I guess everybody needs to short now. It's like, no, we'll catch those in the back. We know who's who in the back. All right, you know your patterns, right? As we talk about that, let's expand something and see if we get a little bit more aggressively bullish. Okay, let's see if we can get somehow more aggressively bullish. What can I do to get a little bit more bullish here? Let's look at the 45. Let's look at the hourly real quickly. I just want to do this. I think you guys probably know what I'm trying to do. I'd like to establish some sort of a flat top. I don't have it perfectly, but I'd love to really establish like a flat top resistance here. Now, this would be a monster of a move. This would be really nice. I wouldn't mind backing off for this at all. You guys, I wouldn't mind backing off to the downside just a touch, right? And I would have liked to have picked up a little bit better here on this line of support. We still did pick up enough, okay, especially from there. Let's take a look at this. It's just tough. On the lines, it's tough. What I'd like to be able to do, frankly, guys, what I'd like to be able to do is to push and pull a little bit on the trend lines and establish a quote-unquote flat top resistance here with the framework for a larger, right? We just had this micro ascending triangulation, right? I would love to see, guys, and the bigger the pattern, the bigger the expected move. This would be a monster. That would be a nice way to get up and out of, look how great this would be, guys, to get up and out of this macro symmetrical triangulation. Yo, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? We're looking at another amplitude move, boom, boom. Now, it would require us curling over, retouching level of support, right? So not ideal in terms of time. A lot of the times, many times, let's say this, I say with frequency, it's not just that the fear of missed opportunities. You guys know this. It's not just that, well, you missed something. The problem is in the loaded statement there, the loaded the loaded statement or the loaded aspect of that statement is the following: that when you miss something, you have to wait for the next opportunity. So when the time comes around again, right, and that's what gets people to overreact. That's what gets people into trades they shouldn't be in. That's that fear of missed opportunity. Missing it implies, and I want to just kind of re-encourage you all today that you're still going to get the trades. You're still going to be able to trade, right? If you miss a trade, you're still going to have an opportunity tomorrow, the next day, next week, next month. But as we dedicate time to the endeavor of trading, naturally, we don't want to wait another week, right, for another 3 or 4 days for. But looking at the price action, let's just say this: 12% plus move, boom; 5% plus move, boom; big moves, bam, bam. Guys, big moves all the time with Bitcoin. Huge volatility. It's honestly what a lot of people are afraid of when they assess Bitcoin for themselves in terms of either a holding, possibly, but in terms of trading. Most people can't handle it, guys. Most people can't handle this. A lot of pro traders that I talk to, they turn the other way when you mention Bitcoin. It's not even on the map. So that's one thing that that's one thing we're known for is just loving the volatility, the price action, etc. I just encourage you guys to never be afraid of price action. If you can get those, if you could get price to move and move aggressively, guys, it's just that's the notion. The worst part of the day is waiting for price to move, just waiting and waiting and waiting for price to move. So. We're excited to have some price action today. And shout out to all the VIP. Hope you guys are doing well. Yes, the ascending triangle that we brought did play. Boom, boom, right? We did catch this specific launch here, even in the back as well. And I'm just going to brag on VIP because you guys rock it. You guys know that. Boom, in the back. What's up? That's the place to be. You guys know this, and so that's one place that we always try and catch. We try and catch as much as we can in the back. It's not going to be 24/7, 365. As much as we have the international community, etc. In terms of our membership. And shout out to Mordecai from Nigeria, my man. What's up, Mordecai? Welcome to VIP. Very excited to have you. We've got Nigeria to Slovenia to Alaska to. And we've had everything, guys, all around the world. Some countries have gotten in trouble with us. It seems like they've started their own stations and weird, strange stuff. We've had to try and pick up the pieces after dealing with I think it was Hong Kong just took us over or something. We had like a multi-station in Hong Kong. It was very troublesome, but we had to up the security measures in the back. So anyway, in terms of this feature, guys, we're interested as to this expanding diagonal. We're just extremely interested as the expanding diagonal unfolds. Looking at the framework, we had a secondary feature let's take a look at this feature. This was a nice feature to look at. Let's take everything off the screen so we can really focus on what else is trading right now. Something that we could look at other than the expanding diagonal, that Elliott wave feature we've been focused on last several weeks. Glad you guys know about that, huh? Very glad you guys know about that. Looking at this framework, this is what came into focus, and what we really decided to focus on was this pennant framework, at least in the back. I just wanted to traject this in the back and be like, hey guys, check it out. We got a nice pennant framework as well, confirming off top line resistance, right? Very nicely constructed by the market, by the exchanges. I'll just say that it's nice pattern framework to work with. We have that move to the upside, right? And then we have that symmetrical consolidation. Not perfect. We have an inset here, level of support, and a variable level here, right? So we have there's some give and take in terms of the perfect construction of it, or what would be the it's constructed with defects, right? It has some defects to it. So, but in terms of the upside target here, that's one of the more aggressive targets that we would guys consider today to be consistent with a pattern formation, and that would put us up another. Let's just look at this, and I'll show you the level of resistance that we're on currently. That'd be another 2.57%, up another $500, putting us at 20,700. All right, that put us well over. That'd be almost 5, 6, 7. That'd be 7.5, man. That'd be nice, right? That'd be almost. We could get up to 8% today. That'd be rocking, guys. Now, where have we kind of parked it for a second? As you look at any specific bull pennant feature, and this just developed today, guys. This just developed. The bulls stepped in. We let you know about the ascending triangulation. Like big time, guys. I let you know about that in the YouTube videos, etc. We've been talking about it in the back. So this pattern traded beautifully well, right? We're in that macro structure, symmetrical, just to kind of update. But as we would look at the framework here immediately, let's discuss this. And guys, as we look at the different patterns, and there's a lot of different patterns, understand it's required. I'm just going to tell you guys, it's just required that we go through the different patterns, that we go through everything the market is showing us. You know, it is, right? The buy at support, sell at resistance. You know, it could be, you know, and trade your favorite pattern. It could be, right? Buy at support, sell at resistance, trade your favorite pattern, right? And hit your targets. No problem. You could be that kind of trader if you choose to be that kind of trader. There's nothing wrong with that. But in terms of versatility, if you're more versatile with the market and can handle the multitude of patterns that are thrown your way, I think that would be more beneficial in the long run. That's just my own impression. So, and I don't even mean that sarcastically whatsoever, guys, in terms of it could be buy at support, sell at resistance, trade your favorite pattern, period. There's nothing wrong with that, guys. Some if not quite a few of the best traders focus on a specific pattern, just so that you know. Okay, so because we're always saying that, buy at support, sell at resistance, trade your patterns, and hit your targets, right? But it could be trade your favorite pattern if you choose, and if you're having trouble with the multitude of patterns, make sure your favorite pattern is there. I think that's well stated. Now the carry up feature from the level of support to resistance seems like it's being recognized a bit here, right? We're real close. This candlewick feature almost in line with that top line pivot into the resistance here, that hit. Very interesting in terms of this pause. It's not uncommon to see anytime that you have a bull pennant, right? It's just not. Bull pennant move to the upside, symmetrical consolidation, right? And we have two different measurements to go with here. One's going to be the full amplitude of the flagpole preceding. Boom. This is the best way for us to get past, guys, in my opinion, to get past the expanding diagonal, period. This is going to be required, in fact, to beat it. I'm going to go ahead and state that. This move, flagpole, boom, repeating. You want to stack the flagpole right here in this bottom line, okay? Towards the end, just to go through the details, you want the full amplitude, the low to the high, up to the high pivot in on resistance. Then you want to stack, boom, that specific amplitude right at the bottom here, boom. Okay, flat line there. Then that top side, the repeat of the flagpole, because the pennant, the bull pennant, is a type of flag. They say flags fly at half mass. Okay, meaning literally at half mass, right? So you're going to repeat that flagpole. It'd be in the middle. The flag would be in the middle. You see that? So that's the saying. Flags fly at half mass. So In terms of this patterning, just understand the challenge with any symmetrical triangulation is a carry up feature from the level of support to the level of resistance. Okay, now sophisticated traders all know that. You all know that. VIP all know that. Not everybody in the market knows that. Average retail doesn't know that, guys. A lot of people in crypto are just using a Coinbase or a Crypto.com Crypto.com account and quote unquote trading on a Crypto.com push button, right, on a mobile. This is some sophisticated stuff. As you would look at the opportunity to advance your technical understanding, this is next level stuff, guys. We try and keep it reasonably, guys. It's always relevant, but reasonably what do we say? Just reasonably mild in terms of the level of complexity, right? Reasonably simplistic, right? Because things can get a little bit, they can get a little bit, they can, you guys know this, right? It can get a little complicated. So we try and focus on the basics. Where's support? Where's resistance, right? Where's my pattern, right? Where's my target, right? And when you have a target, always remember, do I have a pattern to get me to my target, right? So comparing these two, this is nice because that pennant is the highest target that we could come up with. All right, that pennant's the highest target we could come up with, and this is going to be the call of the bull. Okay, this is going to be the call of the bulls here. And looking at this, and I know it's almost time for me to march the Bitcoin bull, isn't it? It is almost time for me to march the Bitcoin bull. I don't know that we have sound on him. However, this would be cool to do. We haven't done it in a while. Let's see if we have sound on him. I'll do it in 3, 2, 1, and... Now, I just did for a moment because I want you guys to tell me whether or not we have sound. I think I have the sound parked in the back, and to the extent that I do, I can go ahead and I can fix that, and we can actually have full-on bull in terms of the guys of the Bitcoin bull. We got to march them around some. I know it's a bear market, but as we were talking about, the bulls needed to come into focus. You guys know this. We may need to up the game again. So we didn't have the music, I don't think, on that one. However, when we throw the music on and everything else, he's not in full form, but the Bitcoin bull is in holding. We have him in holding. We're the only team, guys, that has a Bitcoin bull. So once we get the music going and everything else, you'll be like, whoa, that's cool. Yeah, he's a cool bull. So we'll get all that squared away here in a bit. I'll make sure that that's up and running for our next stream, if it applies, guys. But it's nice to see as I call the bulls out, like, this is your level right here. You need to break through this specific line of resistance. Great launch, by the way. Boom. You guys know these trades are just beautiful to operate, right? Once you find that perfect pattern, like in the back. I keep going to the back because if you were there or not there, you'll recognize this, right? In the back, laying out that white line, right? That white line, the hot zone. I always say the hot zone or the sweet spot on that ascending triangulation, right? Looking for that that dynamic. Where's that entry, right? You want that strong entry into the market. That's what's critical, right? As we would look at this. This was the pattern framework we were looking at, and oh yeah, you want that strong entry into near at or near that level of resistance across the top. Boom, boom, right? You guys got that. And just nice to catch that in the back. We've got a lot of moves recently in the back. Some of these have been a little bit of a nice surprise after, I just say, staying bullish, looking at levels of support down below. Good job, guys. To the extent that you didn't catch the whole move, hey, guys, you don't need to catch the whole move. That's the great thing about leverage. That's the great thing about knowing how to trade. The idea is to catch a lot more than the move. And this is the big thing, guys. You would look at, and we just rolled over. So, guys, I want to welcome you to the new trading day. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the new trading day. Looking at Bitcoin coming off a 5% move to the upside. Big deal as we would talk about the pattern framework that we had discussed with you. Playing out that ascending triangulation, definitely played. Definitely a nice move to the upside, guys. And just congratulations to everybody who's trading. I know it's not the only thing you guys have going on. It's July 4th. It's the weekend time. And we're looking right now as to whether or not we're going to get a return to this level of prior resistance to attempt to confirm it as support. As you look through the parameters, as you look at the details, of the ascending triangulation, it would be kind of a compound question right now. I know some shorts. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk the price down. That's not my intention to do this. I will bring up for your consideration, your trade consideration. Okay, the notion that we would have a compound factor here, compound with a micro. Let's take away the bull pennant for a minute, guys. We went through the bull pennant, right? Nice upside target with bull pennant with the carry up feature from support to resistance. You guys got that. That's in John J. Murphy. That's in New York Institute of Finance, right? So what we're looking at now and really assessing is a great question. And this is just an interesting domino. The market's looking at this like a 10-ton truck. Look at this. Potential for a return to flat top resistance. With a what? With a potential return to flat top resistance. Okay? So hey, everyone's like, yeah, that would be a nice, it'd be a nice short to the extent that you're, and I don't want to talk the price down. I'm just going to say that right now. I don't want to talk the price down. We're having a good move to the upside, guys. We have some good momentum. Things are going in our direction. Bulls are showing up, so I don't want to talk the price down. That's not my intention. Okay, if you're in a comfortable long, congratulations, guys. Particularly if it's from a much lower level, right? But as we look at the flat top resistance, understand we got a good confirmation off of this macro, didn't we? Nice confirmation, boom, and a nice subsequent on the lower time frames, guys. The 1 minute or the 3 minute, you'll see an additional ascending triangle here. So we've parked an ascending triangle on top of an ascending triangle. Hey, those are the two. We could park bull flags, that'd be fine, but it's nice to park. We'll take the triangulations as well. As we would look at that, just reviewing kind of the process of the day, let's look at where we're at in terms of a potential. And guys, we beat some really nice ascending wedges. So this isn't I'd say the first time that we've drawn this up in the last 12 hours or so. This ascending wedge, typically a bearish feature. We're over the top of the resistance. Typically, I say this, a difficult place for bulls just to naturally want to hammer into this level, up and over a rising wedge. It pays when you do, and the wedge plays. You guys know it does pay when the wedge plays to the upside. However, that's not what's expected, right? We will target that to the downside. We've had some good targets, guys, hit a lot of targets, and we've tried to be cautious. Again, if you're just tuning in, we went through I'd say a big parameter in terms of previously we were talking while you may not have been here, but just to update you in terms of the function of an Elliott wave, okay, an Elliott wave channel, how it can insulate a downside target, how it can kind of protect or hold safe a downside target from getting hit. Always mind whether or not you're in an Elliott wave channel, and that's some sophisticated trading, guys. If you can get into Elliott wave features, etc., they're not always, as you guys know, they're not always what we say. How would we put this? They're not always intuitive. However, the level of intuition that they may lack, there are simplistic rules that go along with them. I look for kind of a broadening base here, any kind of a broadening base, all right, and then a trajectory to the upside, right? We would get into some MACD. I like the MACD for Elliott wave construction to start looking at, well, what does MACD, and find an accommodating time frame to start looking at MACD and start assessing the different waves in terms of the momentum that have come across the board, right? So there are some methodologies to get into, a little bit more advanced, not just off the cuff, easy stuff, right? But moving average, convergence, divergence. What is MACD, right? That's essentially the momentum indicator. So as we would look at momentum, we would look at wave counts, etc. We can get into more detail on that at some point in the future. For right now, the easiest approach has been trade your patterns, right? Buy at support as well, and sell at resistance, right? And hit your targets, of course. That's the easiest framework, guys, that is put forth to the traders, and we're just excited to have BTC up, right, on July 4th. Now, what have we got? The potential for a macro. We discussed that in terms of a potential flat top resistance on the macro with an ascending line of support. This would be a beautiful pattern, right? The ultimate. Let's just talk about this ultimate goal that we would have is, and it looks like we're starting off just a touch in the red today. Want to shout out to all of our community members. We appreciate you very much. You guys are awesome in the back and everything else. I know a lot of you are busy, got other things going on, but it's nice to have you guys. It's nice to have you guys, and just nice to trade with you guys. So we've been trading in the back big time. What's up? Shout out Anthony. I know you're booking trades, my man. Always, what's up? Freddie in the back. What's up, Freddie? How you doing, my man? I hope Freddie went to the movies. He said he went to the movies. I don't know what movie he went to go see, but that's what that's the word on the street. Freddie was hot dogging it out with the family in the movies. So congratulations, Freddie. Level of resistance, level of support, right? We've been looking at this pattern, and the one thing we don't want to necessarily do right now, but let's call out the level of resistance. That's the ultimate bull target, okay? That's the expectation. I just said the expectation, saving a complete failure in this zone, which could occur. But the expectation, guys, a reasonable expectation is to hit the line of resistance. Okay, that just is. Now, we could experience failure. Okay, that could occur. But the expectation, the bullish expectation, I'll qualify it as that, is to hit the line of resistance. That's on the hourly. You'll see it on the 4 hourly as well. So, very nice, guys. We had some targets below here, didn't get hit. Stacked up with orders, did not get hit. And such is life, guys. Such is the market. She didn't want to pick up, so she didn't pick up. That's the way that she goes. But stacking this along the level of resistance, guys, if we can really maximize this move, we'd be looking at a hit along this level of resistance very closely indicative. We'd have to go with the most aggressive measurement possible on this specific amplitude of the ascending triangulation, the flat top resistance, ascending line of support, and just a crucial potential cascade. I'm going to talk about it. For those who are patient and enjoy shorts, this is a nice look at a short. I mean, it's a textbook, just so that you know, it's really a textbook equation in terms of I'd say this as well, not just the potential for the short, but the level of exposure you might want on one. Compared to a pre-existing long, etc. That's not a light question. It's just not, right? If you're carrying along from X price, right, you are potential, let's say, for a short with a possibility of, let's say it had a 40% chance, 40% chance of achieving this specific price to the downside. 40, guys. Okay. So you get into some calculations, right? And the bottom line is you're like, I don't want to calculate it. I just want to be right. That's the bottom line, okay? Well, the save feature, I'll tell you the save feature, really. And it's difficult, but that'd be a 3% move to the downside. Not bad. As we would look at the specifics, let's look at this level of support. And the save feature is a little bit complicated because we've already pushed this channel formation one time. Boom. To the downside here, right? We have really just gutted the channel one time. You guys know that in terms of this level of support along the bottom. This was the Elliott Wave channel. You guys know that was for the most part of the day, but then we scooped out, up and around. And guys, it's just nice to catch these moves, right? It's nice to catch these moves. Congratulations, everyone in the back. I know, boom, in the back. I know for a fact VIP, bam, caught this move. And everyone should have been aware at least of this macro patterning in play here. As we dig into the lower time frames, look for flash trades along it. Always make sure that you individually zoom out and take a look at kind of the patterns that we've discussed prior there too. You guys know that. So the save feature and the kind of the big obstruction that we would have, and it's a hefty obstruction, would be this Elliott Wave channel, okay, to the short. Buyers looking to engage along this level of support, and really, as I discussed again, the expectation of a fulfillment of this channel, top line resistance. This is the bull target. This is the bull target, right? And as we would look at I say the most aggressive that we could get would be just to reframe this, the most aggressive. And you'll notice that, like, when we're talking about options, we're talking about scenarios, right? We're talking about, like, maybe the most aggressive or the least aggressive, what's the most conservative, and that's going to be up to you as you book your trades. That's going to be a decision always you're going to make. Do you want to be more, are you risk averse, or are you attracted to risk, right? Some people can't get in the market without wanting to multiply their money by 100. That's just it. And that's the riskiest thing you could do, right? So anyone who wants to do that, that's okay. I just understand that, but understand, like, that guy's going for the riskiest trade he can probably find. Most of the times, guys, or maybe it's the sure thing. He's convinced it's the sure thing. It's just those levels of returns typically involve a lot of risk. Some people thrive on it. Some heavy hitters just love it, guys. So in terms of the move, bam, to the upside, this symmetrical consolidation, let's just revisit this specific move and the internal here. We're not forgetting, and let me go ahead and turn this blue so that we can remind ourselves of that, but this specific rising wedge here, Okay, interesting dynamic as we look at a bullish framework of the specific bull pennant of the ascending triangulation. It looks like she wants to push up some more, a little bit of a micro, though, a little bit of a micro patterning ongoing. But looking at this, nicely constructed. I'll just say that again, by the exchanges or by whomever's in charge of the pricing, guys. If it's just a demand function in the traders, that's a beautiful, beautiful notion. That's a beautiful idea. In terms of this specific move to the upside, this symmetrical consolidation up and over the line, preceding line of that prior level of resistance, right? And the confirmation was within that line. We've seen this frequently. We've noted this frequently in the back. You guys know this. We've noted that the penetration of that line of resistance on the ascending triangulations, the flat top resistance, ascending line of support. We have noted this in terms of the data set that we're putting together continually as part of Bitcoin's behavior to always try and maintain that maximum advantage in the market. That's our goal. So looking at that flagpole, the repeat thereof would be the most aggressive target that we can fashion right now. In terms of these moves, let's go ahead and measure up through and just confirm. Yeah, guys, it's gonna be this 20,750 thereabouts. And as we look at some more positive pricing, it's just that's what we're looking for personally. Me personally, I'm looking for positive pricing. Got a position. I know that you guys, many VIP are trading. It's just nice to guys, it's nice to see some price action. Yes, and it's a little bit slower. It's not exactly the spike that we had earlier last week. But as we look at just nice, consistent, bullish activity from a low-level zone that we had identified, that's what the market's all about, guys. And you can't catch them all, but when you can catch nice moves like this as a group or otherwise, it's just important, guys. As you would look at the just the framework to not start screaming for the hills. And some people are just telling me that, well, it's going to 12,000, it's going to 3,000. They can't stop talking, right? And I'll just tell them, like, okay, but where's it going tomorrow? Or where's it going in the next 10 minutes? Because we trade. The bottom line is we trade. We want to know where it's going, like in the next 10 minutes. We want to trade this thing. So I understand all of the statements, all of the opinions out there, and I don't fault anybody for their opinion. They're entitled to have them, certainly. That's what makes the whole that's what makes the whole thing fun, right? Everyone have their opinions. We'll have ours. We're going to try and base our opinions on is fundamentally, I say is fundamentally constructed by the solid technical framework that we can find, the most solid technical framework in terms of New York Institute of Finance. Bottom line, that's just the bottom line. Seeing some nice additional trajectory is pushing through this wedge. Boom. Now, what's kicking in? This specific, boom, feature here on the bull pennant is kicking in. We got to get some power up over this line of resistance, guys. We just hit that line of resistance. We just knocked into it. Come on. This is a good play for Bitcoin. This is nice moves, guys. Way to go, Bitcoin. Nice hit. As you see her just knocking on that door, that level of resistance. What's up, Mordecai? What's up, Mordecai? Nice to see you. First of all, I didn't notice you were there. And what's up, Anthony, my man? What's up, brother? We got some price action, don't we? Yeah, what's up, buddy? My man, what's going on? Nice to see Mordecai, new VIP, and nice to see you, Mordecai. Boom, and there we go. And Anthony in the house, my man. What's up, Anthony? Let me see if I can type this in here. Anthony, boom. Anthony, when I put, it's funny when I type your name in on the, when I type Anthony's name onto my cell phone, the next thing that automatically shows up in the middle of my screen is boom. So I type in Anthony, and it's already there for me just to put boom, right? So what's up, man? That's you have programmed my phone somehow with your trades and everything else. That's impressive. That next word right in the middle for me to auto text. I'll put Anthony. I can hit that middle feature of the auto text, and the next word is just boom, because he's always trading, guys. So, difficult spot here for Bitcoin. We have that amplitude move to the upside, right? We have that preceding flagpole. Very nice, guys. We're seeing some nice price action. This is a kind of go-getter of a level right here. You guys know this level of resistance on an ascending wedge. This is, guys, this is us. This Bitcoin spike. We're all about this type of price action because we know that these are bearish. These are difficult to get up into this zone. Let's look at this. She's just been pushing well, hasn't she? She really has. She's had the momentum that we talked about, guys. We talked about that triple, right? The triple divergence, wasn't it? The triple divergence with the daily, with the 4 hourly, with the hourly, etc. You guys saw that video, right? So this is a nice move. All right, nice to see all of those divergences come into play in the form of a good hit. Now, this is really I mean, if you want to talk about it, just sacred space, right? Some sacred space for BTC. Can she get out, up, and over a line of resistance on and it's tough to get there, guys. It's just like, it's difficult to get there over the line of resistance on a rising wedge. Understand, she can blast through it. You guys know this. She can blast through it. She's been doing that frequently, and by she I'm referring to Bitcoin. But with the same, I say, understanding, guys, understand, please, that they are intended, they are constructed, let's say, not intended, but they are constructed with the understanding that they are typically a bearish feature. Now, that has not been the case for most of the day. We've been lucky. I'll say this: we've been lucky because most of the time frames when we've been shown a bearish feature have a different counter. I'd say a counter time frame with a bullish structure. Okay, if you understand what I just said, most of the bearish, and I should say most of the bearish patterns that we've seen on a different time frame are countered by a pretty nice bullish pattern. We've seen that consistently enough. We still have to note the bearish patterns, and particularly as we would stack bearish patterns along a level of support on an Elliott channel, right, or any type of and guys, when I say an Elliott wave channel, understand what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, it's real simple, any price pattern channel to the upside. Really easy. It's not too complicated. A price pattern channel to the upside typically is going to be defined as an Elliott wave channel. All right, it just is. And the Elliott wave, Elliott, E-L-L-I-O-T-T, Elliott wave, okay, is, as we would look at it, just a way of explaining price action, that it comes in waves. If you look at, and probably the best thing to do would be literally looking at your MACD, looking at your momentum. Let's put that up on the screen just so that you understand a little bit about wave function. Right, this is momentum, okay? Momentum in terms of the structure of the MACD that you're looking at. It comes in waves. You see the waves. Positive, negative, positive, 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 right, negative. As you look at those waves, it's typically reflected in the price. To the extent that it's not reflected in the price, we would start to say there's a divergence, okay? And we would have a divergence if we have, let's say, negative pricing. If we have negative pricing and positive MACD would be going up and pricing going down, we'd say, well, that's a bullish divergence, right? If we were to have the opposite, if we were to have pricing going up and MACD heading down, that would be a bearish divergence. So we're always paying attention to those in the back. To the extent that, like, we have a triple, we're going to pay some extra special attention to it. Just very important, guys. You know that. And shout out to all the VIP. I want to shout out to Anthony. What's up, my man? Shout out to Leo. Relatively new. He has started his 100 rounds. Way to go, Leo. Excited about that 100 rounds. You picked a great time to start them up. Anthony, nice to see your trades in the back as always, my man. That's so cool, dude. I looked at the entries. Some of the entries on ours were off by like $2, like 150. I'm looking at the entries on some, like, Anthony's got it, right. I prefer you to beat me. For the record, I prefer you to be the guy beating me, period. I'll say that from here on out. I want that to be the case every time. So you kick into gear, all right? That needs to happen, brother. That's just awesome, though. When I see like an entry, it's like, we were the same entry within $1.50, right? It's just funny, huh? It's pretty cool stuff, huh? And yeah, it's nice to watch the group grow. 2022 has been a great year so far. A lot of growth and development in terms of the exposure. Just remember, as we talk about things, guys, remember in terms of exposure, and I bring that up to everybody. You're trading 1/100th, guys, 1/100th of a comfortably expendable amount. I mean comfortably expendable. And I talked with a VIP today, and I said, and I mean it like this: it's comfortably expendable this month. Oh, and he says, oh, comfortably expendable this month. I'm like, yeah, it's comfortably expendable this month, and if you need to comfortably expend it again next month, guess what? It's going to be comfortable. That's a different way to look at your level of trade involvement, but that's the way to go. I chatted a little bit with Mordecai, brand new VIP today, and I let him know. I said, well, in terms of a trade budget, just expect to spend a little bit of money. Budget in something while you're learning to trade, right? And not everything you thought you wanted to invest in a market, or all the money you wanted. That's not the idea. The notion is that you want to learn to trade. So it's going to require just some basic a basic budget, right, to learn to trade. Not with me, guys. I'm not talking about like, well, no, or, that's not the issue. Is you executing trades, right? To the extent that that you're working on something becoming profitable, that's that's the kind of the budget I'm talking about. And when you look at something like, okay, I could budget, maybe I could budget 2 to 500 a month, or 300 a month, or some maybe 2 to 5,000. Some would be, okay, I'm going to budget 50 to 250,000. Some may budget a million to 2 million, whatever that may be. Okay, depending upon where you're at, but the point is that it's a comfortably expendable amount of cash this month. Take this to the bank, guys. I'm telling you. I'm telling you guys, because there's no reason to over-involve yourself in trading until you have down the consistency. And that's the biggest thing that people get backwards, right? They'll see someone making money, they'll run after that person to make money, and that's when they'll just fall flat on their face. It's like, it's just, they're rolling downhill by the time they even get into the trade. It's a difficult scenario, right? You'll hear about someone who just bought something. This happens all the time in the market. You guys know this all the time. This happens in equities. From your own experience. Well, such and such just got into something and just made a lot of money. Right? Even with the internet, this happens all the time, guys. Right? Even with, well, you missed the breakout. Well, you're still going to get in. Well, whatever it may be. Right? Just think, guys, because you're always looking for that edge. The edge is with you. The edge is with you understanding your technicals. The edge is with you being able to be either in VIP in the back, with your own screen there with your technicals, and you deciding, we're about to break out of this ascending triangle right here. Boom. The white line. This is where London was saying was the sweet spot. Boom. Right? The edge is you being able to do that at any point in time, right? At a time and place of your choosing. I always say at a time and place of your choosing, as we would look at this specific feature. And she just wants to push up through that level of resistance. She's trying to get into, and I've marked out this green zone. This is I just said some sacred ground. Just, I don't know what you want to call it. Just, it's tough to get there, guys. This here, it's tough for her to get there, but she could do it, guys. She's going to have to push. That's the bull. This is the bull target. I should put a bullseye on there if I can. That'd be nice if I could put a bullseye on there. How could I work that out? Let me see if I could put a bullseye on there. Hold on one second. I think I could do that, huh? Let me see if I can do that. Hold on one second. We need to do that. We have the emoji bullseye. I wonder if I could put a bullseye. Let me see if I can do this, guys. That's cool. Bullseye. That's really cool. Let me see if I can do this. I may or may not be able to do this. Let's see what we got. Anyone who's very, very astute at, let me see, copy image. Boom. There we go. Now I would want the PNG, etc. But yeah, that's the, you guys get it. This is where we want to go. You guys got that? And sorry it took a second there, but that's where we want to go. That's where the bulls are trying to push price. Right? Let me see what I can do here. I may go, we also need to get some music working, some different stuff. PNG bullseye. Let me do this and see if we can get bulls up into their territory up above that. And this will be cool. Let me do this one right here. Let me see if I can find this one. Shout out to all the VIP. Hope you guys are having a good weekend thus far. I'm sure that you are. It's a pleasure to have you guys in the back, chilling, doing well, all things good. Let me see what this is. Some of these download. I just want a PNG. I bet Pathfinder could help me out with this. Pathfinder knows how to do these very, very well in terms of the PNG. You want to shout out to Pathfinder. Brother, what's going on? Hope you're doing well and trading well. Let's see if I can do this. Copy link address. This is not easy on the side. We're waiting for price action. She's trying to push up to the upside. Let me see. Copy image. I want a better bullseye. It's not going to give it to me. That's good enough, huh? That's not bad. I think the one that we have is good. I'll refine that so that we have a better viewpoint of where we're trying to go. And where would this be, guys, as we would look at this? This would be the amplitude move of this specific, and what a challenge, guys, of the specific bull pennant feature, right? We caught this, guys. We caught the underlying ascending triangulation. It was in the video, okay? It was in the YouTube video. The primarily bullish feature that the pattern that we'd like to trade, the ascending triangulation. Right now, we had the move to the upside, the symmetrical consolidation. Then, especially indicated, you're going to have to go to the candle wicks to see this, okay? You're going to have to go to the candle wicks to see this, and we saw this in the back, and I just want to pull this up. In terms of that kind of embedded, you see that move to the upside, and the embedded right on breakout is when we caught this, boom, right on breakout there with that embedded symmetrical triangulation embedded within that ascending triangulation. Okay, so a very important, very huge pattern to catch, definitely to be aware of and to be able to trade it. The circumstance is that we have a wider base than the mid-level function right now. So the challenge, ultimately what's going on right now in the market is we would look at this. This is the challenge to the participants. As we would look at it, it will look differently if we can get up and out of this zone. If we can get price to achieve, right, we won't be dealing with the degree of ascending wedges that we're currently dealing with the line of resistance. If price can get up into this level, to this bullseye, we'll just be dealing with a nice price channel to the upside. You guys know that we'll be dealing with a nice price channel to the upside. Boom. Right? It'll look very uniform after the fact, but right now we're in this constricted, I'd say moment with this level of resistance coming into play and just impeding price for a moment, right? Nice move. You guys know 5% yesterday. What's up, bulls, right? What's up, bulls? Way to go, guys. Way to push up. Way to do that. I know it's not easy, guys. You got to push in. You got to hammer in with those longs. It's not always easy. People think trading is easy. Oh, yeah. It's real easy, huh? Now, you putting cash on the – you guys know this. Bulls are putting cash in there to get the price up. It's not easy. It's not intuitive. It's not supposed to be. It's a challenge, and that's why we like it, guys. We love the challenge. It's a good challenge. But the more that you practice, guys, the more trades that you book, I expect your resulting levels of consistency to be overall better. Now, let's talk about the downside. Okay, first of all, we have the target to the upside. That's going to be the target, and literally that is our target. What I'll say is bears are still looking. You guys know, are still looking at this specific ascending triangle that we caught in the back, right on top of, okay, and literally on top of the secondary ascending triangulation that we talked about in the stream. Right, in the stream and in the specific video. So looking at that dual componentry there, let me go ahead and let me see if I can light this up just a touch here in terms of the background. Let me make sure that you can see that underlying ascending triangulation. Come on, there you go. That underlying ascending triangulation, flat top resistance, ascending line of support. Okay, so we literally have a stacked kind of a stacked pattern protocol here, okay? And it's a nice demonstration of the power of an ascending triangulation. When I say we're hunting flat tops, you guys know why, right? Because when they play, okay? And it's like catching a spike. It's a good move to the upside. We want them, you guys get this, we're always hunting a flat top, period. You guys see why I say that. It's not just, when I say buy at support, sell at resistance, trade your pattern, hit your targets. When I say these things, just let the repetition get to you. I know that you guys, you hear that. I know you receive it and you trade that way. But when I'm saying we always hunt a flat top, boom, you guys see that in terms of on the micro, yes, and we are in the back hunting them, guys. You know that. And they're just money makers. They can be money makers. Just book those positive trades, period. Book those positive trades, guys. Flat top here, boom. Ascending line of support. Flat top here, ascending line of support. So the bears, ultimately, I'd say the biggest bears in town would love price to continue up to the level of resistance, up to the target. Let's say they give it to the target, no problem. But they're looking at a return to this level. I'm just going to tell you guys, about 19.5. They're looking for a return to prior resistance. Why? It's a flat top. It's a prior flat top. There are going to be orders here, irrespective of whether or not it's hit again. Okay, if we were to traject to the upside, complete a market reversal and return to a bull trend, okay, ultimately, I'll tell you, there will be orders here, okay, that will be left. Okay, it's a function of an ascending triangle. As sure as I say we're hunting a flat top resistance, ascending line of support, just understand there are orders just stacked in here, guys, just stacked along, both at the level and just underneath that level of resistance. So that's the framework. What we would like to see again, and I'll rediscuss this very quickly. That looks good. That whole thing, need to put this target up here, right? We need to, and we can. We'll discuss that real quickly. But the level of resistance, level of support, right? I let you know yesterday, the ultimate target would be to get price to this level here. right, to get price up to this level of resistance. That's the bullish framework. Ultimately, guys, the bulls are stacked here. I mean, they're focused on this, right? Finding any way they can get price to that specific target, top line resistance. And what is required, guys? As we know, well, first you need a target, great. Then you need a pattern to get you to your target, right? Just take those two in stride and always make sure that they accompany each other. If you have a target, great. A price target, great. Do you have a pattern to get you to the target? If you operate with those two accompanying features or rules, first you need a target, right? Don't just trade blindly in one direction. You need a target. Where are you heading, right? And then you need a pattern to get you to that target, right? Something to enable and to facilitate you to get to the specific target, right? So just key frameworks that are put in place. If I were to raise this up to here, right? If I were just to raise this target up, quite a distance, let's say 25K, okay? If we were going to raise this up 23, 24K, so really make a nice distance on this 1 hourly or 4 hourly. One of the features upon breakout of the symmetrical triangulation that we cover quite frequently in the back, let's go over this, would be a specific carry up feature from the level of support to the level of resistance, right? If, and guys, I'm just going to say if right now. If Bitcoin wants to demonstrate that she is going to provide the market with a really nice bear flag, okay, or not, maybe this is a scoop reversal and we completely omit this function here. The micro is going to tell us that. I'll just tell you that. The micro is going to dictate. Now, people don't like that answer because it's not a quick, easy answer. I just tell you that. It looks like we're trajecting to the upside. Perfect. Love to see it. All we have to do is leave her for a few minutes and she will get on her way. Typically she does. But as we would look at the micro feature here, flat top resistance, ascending line of support, right? That flat top resistance, ascending line of support, the micro showed us the way for this move, right? The micro showed us the way for that 12% spike. Bam. Right, so as we focus on the micro, just understand it's critically important that we continue to frame things just by looking at that micro. I will put a target, and I'll put the original target. I like that original target back where it was, back where we're trajecting. But do understand the specifics of this triangulation, level of support, level of resistance, and this carry up feature here. You got it, guys. That would be an incredible move to the upside. We'd love to see a breakout of this triangulation, but understand it could accomplish a bearish feature. But if we could, guys, traject to the upside at 18%, we're happy to do that. People will talk about a dead cat bounce. I got to tell you guys, people are talking about dead cat bounces. It's a bear flag formation, right? It could be a dead cat bounce. So if you want to call it that, but I mean, why don't you just call it what it is, a formation. Now we're getting into the green zone. This is where we had target, right? And I'll just rewind to where we had this. Let's see if we can get all the way back over and through to, and there we go. That's where we had target. That's where we had it set up. So we're trajecting right now a price up and over the level of resistance. Get it. Let's go. This is good price action. So we've breached the hole, okay? Level of resistance here on the candle wicks. Let me go ahead and remove this channel feature here, okay? The price channel feature here. We're up and away from this specific ascending triangulation. This was the target for the ascending triangulation right here. We are pushing higher in line with the flagpole amplitude. The flagpole amplitude. Let's go ahead and maximize this out. Let's make sure we are just as aggressive as we can get. If you want to know the ultimate target right now, ultimately the target right now, we're looking at 20,800. 20,800 is on the map, is technically indicated, just technically indicated. And what would that be? That would be the repeat of the flagpole. That would be as aggressive as we could get. All right. And you guys know, not financial advice, right? VIP know this. If somebody else is just hanging out and everything else, hey, it doesn't matter. I contacted the state board, control board for everything, and they said, well, it's impossible to give financial advice on Bitcoin anyway. It's not a security. So anyway, I say that pretty much just to bring up that story. She was really nice at the state control board. She was a nice lady. So I appreciate the email if she's listening. I appreciate the email and all that good stuff. In terms of the 2% potential move to the upside, it would be an additional move. Bulls are pushing over a traditionally bearish pattern. That is the idea. But we do have scoped out, guys. We do have a scoped out. I like this new bullseye on the screen. It's pretty cool, huh? We do have scoped out this specific target. Now, I'll say this. If you're in the money, if you're in a long and you're in the money, congratulations. You will know that we did not give up on Bitcoin at the lower levels. While people are just miserably talking about lower levels, what's the, in terms of 15,000, 12,000, 10,000, it's always important to dial into the lower time frames, right? This is a beautiful, really well-constructed ascending triangulation. You couldn't miss this, right? And if you missed the video last night, I hope you didn't. But I appreciate when you guys comment, do something. Let me know. Hey, I watched the video. I booked a trade. That's the best thing for me, guys. You wonder, we spend a lot of time sometimes streaming, a lot of time in the back with VIP. If you just let me know, I booked a trade, right? And we want to shout out to all the VIP. I'm sure that there are some trades about to post now. We've posted several of them today, guys. Several trades in the context of today. Very nice framework. Nice returns by VIP, guys. Congratulations to everyone who's trading. I have good news. It seems like Venus is back on the hunt. Venus, nice to hear from you a bit today. Thanks for chatting. I appreciate that. Thanks for the word. Just shouting out to me on your DM. I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me that you show up and you're ready to trade. Believe it or not, that just means a lot to me. I want you all to trade because I know that you like it. That's the bottom line. I know that you enjoy trading. So it's like that's the incentive is honestly to create great traders, guys, for you guys and for me to be able to trade and have fun and do well. And yeah, we get bragging rights. That's the bottom line. As someone told me yesterday, don't brag, help the community. I'm like, man, we got 25 plus members of the channel that are being helped. That's our community, right? As we look at this, let's get up to that target. This is the market sees this framework. I'll tell you this in terms of this, the market sees this framework. We also see this rising wedge. Is a great example of how we could beat a rising wedge, don't you guys think? Just nice to have that internal componentry that we would look at. Let's take away this ascending, although we have to keep it over here so we remember it, right? That ascending triangle, which is that flat top resistance, ascending line of support. We're hunting them. You guys know I'm going to say we are hunting a flat top. Boom. Because they move, guys. They really, really move. And when you're looking to book positive trades, guys, it's crucial. And let's talk one more minute about the downside targets just to refresh your memory, right? As we look at Bitcoin pushing to the upside, what a great July 4th. Hopefully all of you are doing well, domestic or abroad, etc. We appreciate all the VIP, our top-level membership, just the total studs and studettes of crypto trading. How do I say just total, good guys, the good guys. As we would look at a great day for family, friends, all that good stuff. We celebrate independence on July 4th here in the U.S. of A. Good old USA. And shout out Nick Balls. Appreciate the input this morning. What's up, boss? What's up, man? We're trading, huh? Yeah, we trading, huh? I know Nick's trading. What's up, Nick? Yeah. You're like, let's go get it, huh? Very nice, huh? What about that triple divergence, huh? Nicely done. You guys saw the video. Did you see the video of the triple divergence on the hourly, 4 hourly, and the daily? Well, we have some movement to the upside. It's nice to see that, right? And we got the blast off. It's not always easy. I'll tell you, you can honestly cut a video on Bitcoin. She can turn around in 10 minutes. The important thing is that you understand that you can. When we go over the technical features in some of the videos, I try and make it instructive so that it's worth watching aside from the predictive elements that are in it. It's very important because the predictive elements can change. The more macro that you go, typically the more solidly, I'd say, harnessed you're going to be in terms of your forecast. If you're going to call it a forecast or projection, right? Looking at more of a macro framework. Right, this is a standard feature, right? A very standard feature that we were covering in terms of a symmetrical triangulation. Some people call it a bear pennant. We'll just call it a symmetrical triangulation for now, with the potential to push into a bear flag. I'll just tell you, potential to push into a bear flag could operate as a reversal without a doubt. What's up, Jay Mack in the house? What's up, dog? Yo, J Mac is in the house. What's up, man? We appreciate you stopping by for July 4th. It's been a busy day. And J Mac, boom. J Mac in the house, my man. What's up? Let me put some. I want to put a Ferrari down there for you, brother. Jay is on his way with the 100 rounds, and he's doing well. I know he's doing well. I know it's everybody's got their I don't know their MO with the 100 rounds. I look forward to seeing you get your milestones. And what are those, guys? It's a 100% trade. Then it's a 200% trade. Then it's a 500% trade. Then it's a 1,000% trade. Okay? So it has to be a 100% trade, then a 200% trade, then a 500% trade, then a 1,000% trade. That would be a 10x. Now, in terms of that, just you're going through that process is important, right? Just you're going through that process is important. I'm going to tell you guys that. And, you know, what starts to happen to traders is, well, you know, I understand that, but like this, and inevitably you're going to want to do this. Just listen to me, please listen to me. You'll say, well, I understand I need trade practice, but this specific trade, this trade was easy. I could have put more money into it. I could have made more money. This is what the mind of the trader does. You guys know the average trader wants to do this. The average trader, no matter what it was, no matter what the complications, the average trader is going to look back and say, well, I mean, I could have put more money into this one. I could have done better on this one. You know, I'm trading too lightly, right? Well, I hear that a lot, guys, in terms of people justifying, finding a reason to justify wanting to go more heavily. Just the bottom line. And we could say this, guys. We could really say this. You know, it's a move like this that'll do it because it just seems straight up. It's really nice. We had an ascending triangulation, but this is the notion, right? Or do you feel that way, you know, about this specific issue here, the complicated expanding diagonal, right? The possible expanding diagonal, boom, that capitulated down from this level. We called this early, bam, to the downside. That's not an easy move, guys. That's not an easy trade by any stretch of the imagination. Did you feel like that in this level, right? Well, I should have shorted this, man. I could have gone in with more money. I should have shorted it. Like, did you think about it in this one with this expanding diagonal, right? Because we gave notice on both of these as to the pattern formations. What about on this level, right? What about on this macro expanding diagonal here? You guys know this. Boom, boom, right? So as you would look at this, the framework here, just understand. You see a pattern that you recognize, and all of a sudden you want to get into a discussion about, well, you know, it's proper for you to go heavier. And, well, you know, she can mix in a whole lot of this stuff with this stuff, I'll tell you, and she can surprise you. It's just not intuitive, guys. It's something you really have to develop your full, your full skill set at. And I know that you guys are. I'm excited about that. But that little voice that tells you, well, I just need to go heavier this one time or this time or the next time. Well, that little voice gets people in trouble. I'm going to tell you guys, gets people in trouble and the ones who can book positive trades. If you can book 4 positive trades, no problem. If you can go and book 4 consecutive positive trades, no problem. But until then, if you have over a 25% chance of losing, I'm just going to say, guys, unless you've got a real strong payout ratio, right, and even if you're losing, if you can't book 3 in a row, I'm just going to say, based on my experience looking at things, guys, looking at even some people can't really book 2 in a row consistently. If you have a 50-50 shot of losing your money, right, and you can't even really book 2 consecutive trades in a row anytime you want to, that means you have a 50-50 shot of losing your money, right? And so it's one thing to say, and guys, I'm talking about, and you know this, it's not just 125x, it's 10x, it's 5x, it's whatever you want to scale down to. It's spot. Yeah, it's spot, guys. Yeah, you'll get to it. You'll see it. You guys, that little voice will tell you enough to where you'll be involved in a spot trade. You'll be involved in a 5x or a 3x or a 2x or something like that. You'll still lose that money. You'll still work and chop into that money, guys, until you develop that consistency. It's just crucially important. So just mind that psychological testing that goes on. It's the market against you. It's you against the market. Just understand that framework is there as a challenge, a consistent challenge to the traders. I will put this just right at that level, right at that target. That should be, we're close, right there. Bam, should be our target. There we go. Boom. That's close enough, huh? That's nicely done. I like this overlay image. And we're going to run into a bit of a challenge. Let's see here. In terms of this top level resistance, would this be an overthrow? Would this be an overthrow? Let's take a look at this. That's the question of the day. Would this be a super trend overthrow? Here we go. We got to line this up real carefully now to answer that question because that's a good question. Let's see where we're at. The answer is no. It would not be an overthrow. All right. All right. That's good news. That's good news. That means we could potentially continue to the upside. But you guys see, we're going to be very close to the top line resistance on this specific triangulation that we talked about. In terms of that being our upside goal for the bulls, is this top line resistance. So let's get it done. Guys, what's up? This is London with Bitcoin Spike. If you're new to the channel, we appreciate you being here. If you're an old seasoned veteran with us, we also appreciate it very much. And more than you know. I'll say that. We appreciate it more than you know. In terms of the technicals, you guys can update me with any questions that you might have as we watch BTC just climbing, right? Just trying to get to this specific feature here. Let's bring up this bottom line support feature one more time. Let's see where we're at in terms of conquering that specific dynamic, that measurement alternative that the participants have anytime they have a symmetrical triangulation. Let's match up this level of support perfectly. Let's draw up this line from the bottom line support to the top line resistance here. Boom, bam. We have contacted perfectly looking at this feature from this specific symmetrical triangulation that's a part of each and every bull pennant. Okay, we have the move to the upside, the symmetrical consolidation. Okay, that draw up from the base to the resistance, and I really got as focused as I could on that. That is a target option at any point in time for the participants to reach the that is a target fulfilled. Let's say that's a target option. We have one of two options essentially on any symmetrical triangulation, so that you understand this. Okay, and the pennant naturally involves. The pennant naturally involves a symmetrical triangulation. With every bull pennant, we have that move to the upside symmetrical triangulation. Now, any symmetrical triangulations involved in the bull pennant, so we would have A, stacking on top the amplitude of the triangulation. Here, we could be a little more aggressive and pull it back if we wanted to, okay? But A, it would be this specific amplitude move, or it would be the specific carry up of the level of support, boom, to resistance. So make sure that you always diagnose both, even within the context of your bull pennant, okay? Because there is a symmetrical triangle that is encapsulated within the bull pennant framework, okay? And the more that you familiarize yourself with New York Institute of Finance, the more that this will just become second nature. If it seems complicated now, you won't even have to think of it, guys. It'll, once you read those pages, once you see that the alternative measurement for a symmetrical consolidation or triangle, you'll start to say, "This is easy stuff. I got this. I finally got it." So if it's like that now, just understand that it's is what it is, guys. In terms of it takes a little time to accustom yourself to the framework, but once you're there, once you get the technicals down, then it's just a matter of deployment, right? Or deploying your technical features. So we're excited about. I got to say, we're excited about the rising wedge, not because it's a bearish feature, but because we're beating it, and it is a bearish feature, huh? That's why we're excited about it. We're beating that typically bearish feature now. What we're looking at instead would be this the framework of a channel to the upside, right? So we've been streaming for a while, and we caught in yesterday. We caught in the back, just to let you guys know. Want to shout out this specific feature. Boom, that ascending triangulation in the back, hugely important. Another trade that we caught in the back. Boom, guys. So we're up. What is that? A couple $100. About what is that? $150, $150. 20,380. Thus far. So we're in that $20,000 zone. We've been rejected a few times from the 20,000. You guys will note that we've been rejected in this in this zone, rejected in this zone, and so we have a target up here. We're kind of noting the market is taking notice of the fact that we've had a few troubles here. I'm just going to say, guys, we need to focus on the macro. I will again bring up just for the just because I know that shorts are interested in these two levels. Big time. I'm gonna say that as a matter of fact. I don't want to talk the price down. That's the bottom line. I don't want to talk the price down. I haven't done that the entirety of the stream, and we've been going up. So we are not going to talk the price down on Bitcoin. That's not the intention. A lot of people have enjoyed doing that amidst the retracement and everything else. We've enjoyed the bullish features when we've been given the bullish features. We were given them the last 24 to 48 hours. You guys were aware of them. I appreciate you guys in terms of everything, guys. I just want to let you know I do appreciate you very much, and I speak very highly of you consistently in terms of just the quality of traders that you are, and just the dynamics we have as a group. It's just cool, guys. We all have, and you know this, we all have the opportunity to be hanging out with a lot of different people, whoever it may be, trading or otherwise. We choose to trade with each other. That's pretty cool, huh? That's the way to do it. Let's look at this framework. This is a little bit interesting as we back off of this on the, what is this, the 5 minute? We say the 1 minute, the 5 minute may express a bit of an additionally. This is an interesting target. Let's look at this because we haven't explored this yet. And now we do have the, and what I'm looking at is anything that could interrupt the move to the upside, okay? Anything that could interrupt the move to our target, right? As we would look at the stacked ascending triangles, you see this ascending triangulated framework here underneath, and the stacked ascending triangle here. If we were to, I'd say, what we say, just if we were to make a more high, or if we were to lengthen the amplitude here and not go from this preceding pivot here, okay, and wherein we would have a broader ascending triangulation, but if we were to actually dig down to this level here, then we would have another incoming target just immediately. And way to go, guys. Look at these returns. Boom. That's what we want to see. Now, this is a target. Okay, I'm just going to tell you it's another target. Now, that is a, I can't, what am I going to say, guys? It's a target, right? We do have the bull pennant. I'm just going to keep saying we have the bull pennant. It's a nice bull pennant. You know, I don't want to talk the bull pennant down, but I want to let you know, we're at a little micro target, all right, just period. If you look at the targets, we have an upside target, but we do have a micro target. Boom, okay, that's just the bottom line. That is a micro target. As you would look at this in terms of, let me make sure that's it's just about leveled up there. There we go. I think that's just about perfect. Yeah, that's just about right. That's perfect on par. And these are actually on par with the actual price. Trading View is kind of cool. You can cut and paste. I'll make sure I get PNGs or GIFs or whatever I need to put those on so where it's nice and clean. I'll make sure that's done. So as we would look at the componentry here, this target, you would say, well, which target is correct? Well, what's your threshold? How hard do you want to push? Is, that's not the right answer all the time. Technically, you have dual indications. Is there a conflict between them? Yes. There's a conflict between the ascending triangulation and the bull pennant. The bull pennant is it's a clean feature between the level of support and resistance. All right, the move to the upside. So it's a clean feature. Could it fail? Of course. Of course it could fail. Are you heavily in the money? Are you looking at just entering the trade right now? And this is where you get interesting, guys. When traders start to show up at a trade late, and it's like walking into the party and it's not your party. It's like, whoa, the music stops, everything else stops. It's like, but I mean, everybody else is having a good time. Like, whoa, I just walked in, and I didn't even talk to anybody, nothing happened. It's like, well, yeah, that's not your party. So when and the market has a way of doing that. You guys know that, don't you, huh? When you're not in a trade and you decide to get in the trade, and then it's like, you're showing up to the party and it's just not your party. You guys know how that goes, huh? It's just, it's not a nice way to put it, but how else are we going to put it? It's just the truth, huh? The market likes to do that to people. And you all know the feeling. It's like, well, I got in, it was going in the right direction. I got in, and everything just, comes to a screeching halt. So just be aware of that. She's got good momentum. Right now, we've been noticing that in the background. Let's in the back rooms. I want to shout out to all the VIP, all the new VIP, everything else. You guys are rocking and rolling. Look at that! Look at that momentum on the hourly. Boom! That's beautiful, guys. Beautiful momentum. Look at that momentum. Boom. On the 4 hourly. Let's dig into the 30-minute. And this is the way I would do this. I would start, make sure those larger time frames are showing strong momentum. I'd slowly dig into the lower time frames. Okay, see if we have any rounding occurring, any drop in the momentum, and the price line should follow. Should, guys, but it doesn't always. Okay, complicated discussion, but should follow. Right, the wave formation that you're seeing on the MACD. All right, the momentum as we would talk about, let's talk about the 30-minute looks okay, along with the 4 hourly, the 1 hourly, etc. Now a little bit of rounding here, just a touch on just a touch, still trajecting up. You'll start to do this like the 15-minute. All right, there you go, 12-minute, right? You'll start to get into this. It's like, well, the 12 is kind of folding over. You'll start to say that's probably, yeah, the 7-minute is really folding over, and you'll start to get into, okay, so the 5 is kind of variable right now. So she's pushing up and along the 5. That's the way I would diagnose it. Start with the 4 hourly, the hourly, go down to the 30-minute, right? And go down to those lower time frames and see what kind of an indication you can get as you're working from one target to the next. And just nice technicals, guys. Overall, really nice technicals that we've been offered the opportunity to trade. If you haven't been trading, guys, why haven't you been trading? Right? I know that you've been watching, maybe. If you just are tuning in, this is London with Bitcoin Spike, VIP trade group. This is why we're streaming right now, is so that you guys can kind of go over the patterns. We can go over your trades. I hope your trades are, oh, I just hit the microphone, excuse me. But I know that your trades are going well. I know that for a fact. In the back, what's up? Nice to see you guys trade. If you're not trading, I'm just going to ask why. That's the bottom line. If you're trading and you're past the 100 rounds, still share your trades with the group. We want to see what your trades are. That's the bottom line. We want to see what your trades are. We want to see those positive trades. That's the most important thing, is we see those positive trades. Let's do a bit of a, I don't think I'll be sorry I did this, but it's a bit more, I don't want to run people off, but I don't think I'll run the VIP off. Let's look at some extensions real quickly. In terms of the framework here, look at that. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's totally VIP, guys. That's nice. You see the bullseye right there, huh? And now this is great, guys. That bullseye is just right at that 86. That's our custom level. That is the custom level for a reason. It gets hit a lot in that bullseye. The bull pennant would complete right at that 86 on the extensions. Measured from the low to the high, boom to the low. Bam. We hope, guys, it's such a sweet level of interaction. It's just a nice level to hit, that 86, both on the retracements and on the extensions. That 86 just shows up with some power, guys. So that's a level I'm very comfortable with focusing on generally. Now, you do have a sub target here. Okay, you have a sub target here, and maximum, or say maximized. If we were to zoom out just a touch, clearly, as I had informed you guys last night, we're looking for bulls to complete. I would consider it a failure if bulls did not complete up to the top line resistance on this symmetrical consolidation, on the symmetrical triangulation. What's up? It's been a good couple weeks, guys, without a doubt. Without a doubt, huh? Everything is going well. 2022, we are building the #1 trade group, guys, without a doubt, and we're going to continue to build it. Without a doubt. You guys know this. Now, we're into this micro structure here, and I know everyone sees this, including you, including me. We're into this micro structure of a wedge. Let's just dig into this. And I want to shout out to AJ Crypto, my man. What's up? The longest running, longest standing, just awesome VIP, without a doubt. AJ, my man. What's up, brother? 2022 is going to be nice. 2023 is going to be really nice. I think if you really think about crypto and what she's capable of, 2022 should lay the framework for some really incredible things to happen in 2023. That's the bottom line, guys. Really incredible things in 2023. And for those who've been around crypto for a while, I just encourage you to maybe help some of those who haven't been around for so long, in terms of that level of perspective that you could bring to the table. Those of you who have been in the business environment or the investing environment for a while, right? You've been around the markets. You've seen them crash and rebound. You've seen millions and millions be made on the crashes as soon as they rebound, right? It's not always soon, but once they do, it's a sweet thing to be a part of a crash, guys. So we're focused on technical analysis. We're focused on the parameters. Right now, we're developing some incredible trade skills on a group dynamic. We really are. I'm excited about that in 2022, and we appreciate you guys being a part of the journey. Bottom line. So, yes, we have a higher target. We have a carry-up feature as well. A little bit of a complication. We have we have just, I'm going to say met within threshold, guys. We have met and you guys can just tell with the constriction of the rising wedge. These are typically parked right at some kind of a target, right? There's some orders right here. She's just kind of crawling up to the orders. There's just a bulk of orders in this area, right? Just a level of resistance, something she has to deal with here. You'll see like rising wedges just kind of parked up and along. Just real heavy levels of orders stacked, right? These patterns are telling you something, guys. This specific level of resistance, level of support, right? The carry up feature, boom, of the ascending triangle is that micro target. We do have on the candle wicks. That might be the one aspect that needs to really be highlighted or identified is the fact that the bull pennant is on the candle wick only. All right, it's only on the candle wick. The bull pennant is only that move to the upside. Symmetrical consolidation is only on the candle wick. You don't find it on the line chart. That's a big deal. Okay, so we could go to the 1 minute and talk about it, discuss it, but on the 1 minute, you are really flat top and an ascending line of support. We don't have that hit into the symmetrical consolidation. We just don't have it. The 15-second, we start to express it. So, assuming that we're down into the 15-second, it does start to come into play off of the candle wicks. But anything on the minute time frame and above, we do not have that bull pennant. So that would be the caveat. Okay, right now choosing between the lines, right, the target on the lines and the target on the candle wicks, and we're at that level, right? We're at that mode. The specific bull pennant is clean on the candle wicks. It's a nice pattern, guys. It's nicely done. I'm glad we pointed that out. Where do we get? Yeah, we've been all over this stuff, guys. You know this. Boom, showing that specific bull pennant framework. You see the symmetrical consolidation on the breakout. Boom, right? Very important. That's the back room with VIP. Appreciate you guys being in the back and focusing. I can tell who likes to trade. Without a doubt. Without a doubt, guys. Some people are busy doing other stuff, and some people are trading. We like to trade. You guys know this. And we, I don't know. It's just, it is what it is. It's what we enjoy doing. And, it's never the circumstances. We would look at this specific feature here. It's never the circumstance that, the market is open 7 days a week, 365, right? Really, 24/7, 365. It's never the circumstances. Please listen, guys. It's never the circumstance that someone will say, "Oh man, I'm sorry, the market's open. You have to trade like every day. You have to trade all year long. You have to trade 24 hours a day." That's never the circumstance, right? Never. It's always, no, it's open all the time because we like to trade all the time. That's the way it goes. People know that. It's like, yeah, you're closed on the weekends. Forex closed on the weekends, right? Equities, kind of closed on the weekends, right? Crypto attracts the real traders. Okay, I'm just going to tell you guys, it's 24/7, 365. Okay, you meet your Forex group. Your Forex group is chilling on the weekends. They don't know what to do. They're not really trading, kind of lost in space. Man, crypto is laser-eyed, just literally focused. I'll just say focused, right? So that's one good component that we appreciate about crypto, right? That's one thing that's there. And I can just tell with our group, and I have always been able to tell, that it's the guys that just like to trade all the time. That's it. Or the girls that like to trade all the time is what we like to do. So we have that dynamic to us. It's unique to crypto. It's one thing that we that we can just be excited about in 2022 as you also, I'd say, frame that dynamic with yourself and personally to people around you. Make sure that they understand. Well, crypto is for people who really like to trade, who really, really like to trade. Yeah, the other markets close. Like, if you want to trade the pound for the yen or yuan, it's closed, right? The Forex closes down on the weekends. It's like, if you want to trade some Microsoft stock on the weekend, it's, for the most part, it's closed, right? The Nasdaq, it's closed. The S&P is closed. The Dow's closed. So crypto is open. So our group, and you guys know this, it is, and that's like battle worthy. You guys understand to a degree as we look at this rising wedge feature here over the top line. Right over the top line resistance, nice move. What I'll say is battle worthy to the extent that you understand that, like, you're just like you're trade warriors, right? Literally, like you. And in terms of that, I mean the fact that you don't want the rest, you want the battle, you want the technicals, you want the next chart, you want the next trade. It is what we're after, right? Is just that next move. Right, we really appreciate the opportunity to participate in the crypto market, and I appreciate everyone who's facilitated that along the way, without a doubt. Now, let's see if there's any other levels of resistance that we're moving into here immediately. Let's see what we have going on here. I want to draw this out, just a level of resistance. Again, this spike is variable along the top here. So we probably go to the candle wicks. Let's go to the candle wicks. Let's draw down. And that's an interesting line. That's becoming an interesting line. Yeah, if you guys will look at your candle wicks along this top line feature here, you're really going to want to go to your desktops and make sure that you are scoped out, boom, along this top line here. That's an important feature. This level of resistance here on the candle wicks. Yeah, there we go, guys. Take a look at that feature. That is important. That's an important line of resistance, right? Ultimately to be broken, but I would expect a lot of engagement at that level. And we have, as you look at the framework here of the ascending wedges that we have, right? Just typically bearish, but their apex is structured towards that line of resistance, right? It's like there's a compression on going towards kind of a sell level, right? A level where sellers are aggregated, right? We would say that. To the extent that we're in a micro feature as well, right? We're compressing even on the micro in and around that specific level of resistance as well. So we have both on the macro compressing into this level of resistance and the micro compressing into this level of resistance. That's good stuff, guys. That's nice. That's nice technicals as you would look at this. I want to remind you. And hey, well, we got this Bill in the house. Bill, what's up, my man? Bill, nice to see you. What's up, Bill? Nice to see you, Bill. Bill is rocking and rolling. Bill, I still need to update your returns. It says 989% on top. I know it's over 1,000%. You told me. You just got me that information, and I want you to know that I'm working on that. And yeah, I think you broke the internet last time. We tried to figure out what it was as I was updating it last time during the stream. Remember, Bill? I was updating your information, your ticker there, and the whole internet broke. You remember that? That was the last stream. Bill broke the internet with his quadruple digit trade, literally. So congratulations, Bill. Bill's a great VIP. Guys, always remember some of the new VIPs. Just remember, never overexposed. And I've been saying this to the VIP recently because I want you to be able to continue to trade and further your trade development. First of all, we have an upside target. Just to reframe things, upside target would be this specific bull pennant move to the upside, repeat of the flagpole. Okay, we have this ascending triangulation with the target essentially accomplished right now. That micro target here is that ascending triangulation amplitude, boom, boom. Okay, so we've met that target framework there. To meet the pennant recompletion of the flagpole, we're going to have to get up and over this level of resistance. And that's going to be a key feature, guys. That's a key feature without a doubt. I'm glad that we're paying attention to that. A lot of shorts engaged, I'm sure, at that level. Some may have already booked, but I'm sure there's more waiting at that precise level upon which it stands. We can really get, and this is going to be where it's a little bit exchange specific. Right, as we would look at the specifics of the exchange as I talk about price. And I hesitate to do that sometimes. You guys need to know. Sometimes I hesitate to bring you exact price because the exchange-specific pricing, we know there's a lot of variability. I want to shout out to Jubal, my man, VIP. What's up, Jubal? What's up, man? How's Alaska treating you? Is it nice on the 4th of July? We hope that you are doing well. And I mean that really, brother. I really mean that you're doing well and that things are going well with you and the fam and everything else. I'm sure you're having a fun family weekend today. And I don't know, you mentioned the kiddos and stuff like that, Jubal. I would like to know that the kiddos are being put on a trade regimen, period. That they are being fashioned somehow to start trading at a young age. I think it'd be great, and it's a great idea for kids to start trading at a young age. When you guys talk about your families and everything else, the younger the better, guys. If you can start kids trading in high school, oh man, you know this. And the other feature I wanted to remind you of, when we talk about the main tenets of kind of VIP, of you're just starting, and not everyone is here, guys. We have VIPs that are heavy-handed, but they'll agree with this statement. They'll agree with the fact when you're starting, right? When you're starting, your trade amount, guys, and it's not financial advice. You do what you choose to do, but I'll tell you, the ones that last in trading, if you'll do 1/100th on every trade, 1/100th of what's comfortably expendable. And I was talking to Mordecai, a brand new VIP today. He just joined. Congratulations and welcome, Mordecai. What I'll say is, if it's 1/100th of what's comfortably expendable, I even say per month. Literally per month. So your trade is 1/100th of what's comfortably expendable to trade with in a month, and allocate yourself a budget. Now, what that does is the following. That removes, this is a very important thing, guys, that removes from you the expectation that you're involved in the market to make money. Okay? And this is important, guys. We're going to talk about this. Now, can you make money, right, in the market right now? Because, like, why would I be in the market if I don't want to make money? Of course you can make money. Without a doubt, you can make money. It's almost a stupid question, right? Now, to the extent that you're looking to become profitable, right, to the extent that you're looking to become profitable, you need to exhibit the characteristic traits in the market before you deploy your capital to be profitable, right? You need to establish the equation on your phone, on your trade station, on your computer, with your login and your exchange. Not that, hey, we got the ascending triangle correct in the back today. Boom, bam, bing. Yeah, not that we got it right as a group. No, guys. This move right here, not that, bam, we got that. Not that I talked about something, I'd say this, I talked about this feature, ascending triangulation, etc. here. Not that we, guys, not that we were talking about confirmation in the back. You guys know earlier this, this morning, right, this early afternoon, talking about a confirmation here, boom. Not that we're talking about it, but that you're actually doing it, that it's actually, you're actually executing that, right? Very important, and I just bring that up because between the idea, between the technical understanding it and you knowing how to make money, and you actually bringing that skill set together, guys, you could have a new cell phone. I'm serious, guys. You could have a brand new cell phone that makes it difficult to use applications and not know how to use your exchange software on your new phone. You could have a bad internet connection. You could have a child chore duty of, well, I got to watch the baby. I got to watch the kids, or I got to take them to baseball. I got to do this and that. I got to have whatever it is in terms of the equation that's put together that allows you to become profitable. The one thing you don't want to do is rush the process of your skill refinement as we look at the rising wedge into the target. Really, we've met that one target. We still have an upside target. Level of resistance engaging. I'll just say engaging right now. It's going to be something the bulls are going to have to beat. But as you look at that, the notion is not the following. The notion is, well, I just can't even trade. I can't even make money in the market. But think about it. The psychology of the trader wants to fight that. It's like, no, I can make money today. Okay, if that's your opinion, can you book 2 trades in a row whenever you want to? I'm going to ask you, can you book two trades in a row whenever you want to? Because if not, you have a 50% chance of losing money in a trade. Okay? Or if you're on leverage, potentially losing all your money in a trade. Okay? If you can't book two in a row anytime you want to. Right? If you can, and you're up to 3 in a row, and this is where skill development comes into play. And I bring up the other surrounding factors because it may not be that you don't understand what's going on, but it could be that you're getting phone calls every 15 minutes with your day job, or with your girlfriend, or your wife, or your kids, or whatever it may be. Right? So the other I'd say the other factors surrounding your ability to engage and execute your trades appropriately could be the difference between a win and a loss, literally like 8 out of 9 times. I keep getting, you may say, I keep getting a phone call at the worst time. I keep getting, my wife will inevitably call me, you'll say, or whatever whatever that may be, that distracting thing that's pulling you away from the victories in the market that you have. But the point is, it's a black and white scenario. It doesn't matter. What is your win rate? Who cares about the other stuff? So as much as you're trying to refine your technicals, let me say this, and not that who cares about the other stuff, but in terms of all the factors we can put together, understand that, and it becomes difficult because you know the technicals, you know that already, and some of you have been around a while. It's like, I know how to do this. Well, how often is what you know interrupted with, right? How frequently does that result in a loss? I mean, it could be a knock at the door. It could be someone maybe being in college. Who knows? He's got his roommate screaming or blaring music. You see the types of things that could result in a loss. Yes, you know how to do it. You understand trading. No problem. But the profit is not there because the overall equation is not coming together. It's not in harmony. There's no synchronicity to it, right? The impeding factors are coming in and interfering with that profit equation, with that success rate. So a lot of what we discuss is not just the technical framework. You're going to learn that. In VIP, you're going to learn that. But at some point, you're also going to put together the other instrumentalities, right, in terms of what equation is required for you to consistently book trades. Right. Yeah. What is it? A time of day? Is it a new computer system? Is it a different whatever those is it maybe only on the weekends, or never on the weekends, or not when my my girlfriend brings her friends over, or etc. Okay? Those different variables around your understanding of the market. Say you're plugged into the market, you understand fully what you're looking at: the rising wedge, the ascending triangle, the bull pennant, the target for the ascending triangle. Carry up the amplitude of the triangulation, the bull pennant, the preceding flagpole, right? You see the move to the upside, symmetrical consolidation, that symmetrical triangulation on the candle wicks, that flagpole, repeat, initiate at the base of support, repeat, higher target. Understand, you know this stuff, okay? So the other variables in your life are really what are going to be impeding your progress and your ability to profit, okay? That's an important thing that you need to realize, because it's not me saying you are not ready to make money in the market. Okay, that you'll resent that. I know that you will. All right, when you hear someone say that to you, it's like, well, come on, man, I get this stuff. I know that you do, right? The point is, it's all the other factors. It's all the other variables. It's between, guys, the honey, dinner's ready, or I got to go to work again, or I got to go hit the gym. I got to go, whatever it is, or my system's not exactly the way I want it to be on my computer. I don't like this second monitor. I don't have a second or a third monitor. Right, guys. So those positive trades come together. The success rate comes together, right, when all those external variables are limited or removed somehow. And that's the process that's going to be required for you to become profitable. Okay, it's not me saying you don't understand. It's rarely the case that you don't understand the technicals. No, guys, it's rarely the case. Most of the time, there's a side factor. You're on a mobile phone. You're not at a trade station, right? Or or the phone you have, you really want a new phone. It would be better because there's no lag on the connection, and whatever the factors may be. And you guys would be surprised what we put up with, thinking, well, I could do this anyway, because it's a hassle to get a new phone. It's a hassle to get a new trade station, maybe with a higher graphics processor card to make sure that you can see all of the imagery on all the screens that you need, right? And to the extent that you can receive it better when you understand those variables in life are going to impact your success rate, that's when it starts to make sense. Well, I guess I shouldn't be putting a lot of money into my trades right now, right? And that's the understanding I need you guys to really somewhat hold fast to, because the more that you can clean that equation up, the more that you can streamline and dovetail success and your operational capacity in the market, then guys, that's when those questions kind of disappear in terms of, well, am I should I go heavier or should I not go heavier? You'll know, you'll know when you're booking positive trades. You'll know that for a fact, right? You won't have to go through the issues of, well, and I know right now that when you're thinking about your success rate or win rate, right? There are all types of issues that come up that you can think of right now. Some of them are technical. Some of them may be exchange specific. All right. Well, the price action. I had a variable pricing between, let's say, the trading view and between the exchange I was on. Maybe you're still looking for the perfect exchange. Hey, that's a huge one as well. So a lot of these factors, guys, don't ever take it as a personal. Well, I don't want you ever to feel like I am proposing that you don't know how to trade. The only thing that I am, and I know that you do, for the most part that you do, the main component that I want to see is that you can book for positive trades. And don't take that. Very important point from this stream, and I know you guys are like, yeah, this is good. We talk about this, because I don't mean that you're finally capable of booking for positive trades, right, anytime that you want to. I mean that all the other stuff around you is so well put together, and all the framework, all those other infringements, all those other infractions into what should be a really successful trade, that they're not going to infringe. They're not going to they're not going to come just they're not going to break the door down of success on your trade. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm not discussing it because I say that quite a bit. You need to get to the point where you can book for positive trades. It's not you necessarily. It's everything around you. It's the technology that you're using to trade. It's sometimes definitely the exchange that you're on. It's all of those component pieces that will tell me. If you can't tell me that, guys, it just says to me. Like right now, I got, for some reason, my dog wants to go crazy. Probably someone by the pool. And so I may need to go take care of that. But if I were trading, I would be like, dang it, dog. It literally just that distraction. And we love dogs. Hopefully Doge is going through the roof soon. We would hope Doge lower is what I'll say. But we have a lot of Doge friends here. Shout out to Nick Ball. Shout out to everybody. Pathfinder. Shout out to Freddie. Shout out to Torque. Hey, everybody with AJ, et cetera, on Doge. Bunch of early guys on Doge. But what I'll say this is just understand that framework of, well, I need you to tell me that you can book for positive trades. It's rarely dealing with the technicals, right? And I say this a lot. It sounds a bit coy too. It's not a question of if you can make money. It's a question of how much you can make. That sounds like I am selling a infomercial and there's no downside. Someone would hang the phone up or someone would report it, call and report. What I mean by that is the following, if you'll really understand what I mean by that. So first of all, you understand the variable factors when I say you need to tell me you can book for positive trades. It's not you. It's not your understanding of the market at all, right? It's not that, right? It's the other issues around you, right, that need to come into focus. Now, getting into a strategy here, and you guys know this, right? From a micro to a intermediate to a more macro approach. Yeah, I can tell you, it's not an issue of if you can make money. It's a question of how much. What do I mean by that? I mean that we can identify as many levels. Honestly, in terms of targets, I can sit here and pick out just within this immediate zone here. I'm going to tell you guys, it's not a question of if you can make money. It's a question of how much. And that doesn't it just sound like it's like London's gone off again? He sounds like he's going crazy. He's trying to make it sound like everyone's going to make money in the market. Let me explain that comment for you guys. I just identified, what would you say, 10, let's say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, about 20 levels of price targets here. Okay? Now, I know that you could stack in and cover the preceding level and pyramid in some cash. You guys know this. You know this. You could have a structure to this entire zone here. You could cover any upside exposure, and you guys know this, right? You could cover any upside exposure at those top levels of the Fibonacci with a 5-time multiple in terms of 5 times more cash at every single level. You could be so stacked deep and have a real small level of exposure at the top and wait for that first interaction with that next, bam, bigger level of exposure. You guys know this. And boom, you book your trade. Or it comes down into here, you're really heavy into this compound level of heavier cash. It doesn't matter. You had some upside cash, but you're three times to 5 times as deep at every level. Okay, 3 to 5 times as deep. Forget about the leverage right now. We can have the discussion on leverage. It can be done with leverage as well. Exchange limitations may apply. But looking at this, you say, well, I have every upside position possible covered. I have it covered with a multiple of more cash, a heavier, broader amount of cash at each level. You guys get that, right? Now, the point is, at that point, literally, if you look at this, if you look at the framework of the pricing, it becomes statistically extremely difficult to say that you wouldn't be profitable. I'm just going to tell you, if you have enough coverage on the downside, guys, if you're doubling, tripling, quadrupling, or 5 times as much on each level here, guys, it would become statistically impossible for you not to have a level of interaction, first of all, right, with all the myriad of levels that we have, and for you not to have a profit. And this is where I get to the point. It's not a question of if you can make money. It's a question of how much money you can make, right? Because if you can make money, we can pyramid out. We can stack the cash lower at these levels. We can go through all that and wait for a point of interaction. Well, we got a good bounce or we got a good hit. Any kind of a hit. If you have a heavy enough compounding in at lower levels, you guys know this. Now, the question becomes, people say, no, is how much money I can make. Because what they'll want to do, and I'm going to do this, instead of all of this, I want this now to equal somehow. I need to represent this to you guys. But from now on, I'm going to say that the entirety of this is now represented by this specific triangle right here. Okay, and that's the same amount of cash. Let me make it gold if I can. Okay, let's say this is like a nice gold color. Let's see if I can get this gold, and you'll like this. Okay, this gold. All right, now this is just, say this is cash, right? This was cash here. Well, you really got the same amount stacked, boom, in gold. Okay, throughout the entire tier. Just a heavier representation. I need to be able to carry up the entirety of this into this level here. Boom. Okay, that would be the equivalent. The example is I'm putting all the cash up top. Okay, I'm putting all the cash up top, but I'm doing away with that because it's just too big of a triangle. So now we have this whole amount here, and this is the question because people have done the calculations, they've looked at it, and it's like, well, you don't understand that I need to make more money. It's how much money I'm going to make here, right? The question, how much money are you going to make if you have all of that cash involved at this level? Right. So the question is real easy. It's like, can I make money? That's not really the question, is it, guys? Because sure, you just stack it deeply, relax, and let those targets do their work, and yeah, you'll get some interaction. But the question really becomes not that. The question really becomes, well, I want all of that up here because I want to make that much more money, right? That's the goal, is to involve more of your money. Let's say more of your, have more capital exposure, whether that be through leverage and actual, in the market, I should say, and it's qualified a bit because the goal of leverage is to actually have less actual cash exposure, but more of a position exposure in the market. You guys get that? That's one of the advantages of leverage. But as we would look at things, there's a downside to leverage as well in terms of this discussion. It's important that we go through this, and I'll go through this on a specific stream one day when we're really ready to get into the details of it. But really talking about heavy compounding in, etc., because your higher positions, if you do carry them down on leverage, are going to carry down with leverage. So it becomes a little bit more of a difficult equation, okay, than just a simple stack on spot. Spot meaning I'm going to buy and sell something without leverage, just straight up. I want to buy 2 Bitcoin, right? Just straight up. Leverage being I'm going to buy put a smaller amount of cash in and get a specified leverage to get my 2 Bitcoin position, right? So when I say it's not a question of if you can make money, certainly you can make money, right? And we know that. We know with that easy spot approach, with the compounding down, easy stuff, we're going to hit, we're going to make money. We just have everything laid out with huge amounts of a multiple of exposure towards the downside on 20 levels, right? But no, the trader wants to say, well, how much can I actually make if I put all this up here? I want to put all of this. I want to put all of that cash right here. How much could I make? If it goes 5% or 2%, how much would I make? And see, that's what I mean. Essentially, when it's not the question of if you can make money, now the question becomes, now how much can I make if I take all of this cash that should cover this area and throw it all into this zone and I get a breakout of 5%? That's what gets traders in trouble. Okay, that's what really is the, and that's what I mean as we go through and discuss. It's not about if you can make money in the market. It's about how much money you can make, right? That's what gets traders in trouble, right? So please take that to heart in terms of my explaining that to you. And we'll go through some more details on that in terms of potential for leverage exposure, compounding down at lower levels, even variable levels of leverage, etc. It's quite the equation. Let's reframe to the technicals now. Ascending wedge, target met, right? Lower target met, higher target still not met. We're seeing the constriction of the rising wedge and the rising wedge, this micro and the macro feature on in concert with this top line resistance, just to reframe, and that's going to be that top line resistance that is very well laid out by the candle wicks. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, and to the extent that I would just say this, guys, to the extent that you're participating, that you're trading, that you're learning, that something seems a little bit too much now, just keep at it, guys. The guys who are around for a while, it takes a while to absorb a lot of this, but you guys are all doing a great job. I'll just say that. And we're excited about Mordecai, our brand new VIP, and about all our VIPs, guys. It's just it's the team. We appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys a lot. I get to trade with you guys, so hey, what's up? That's nice. That's what I'm after. So another expanding diagonal. We started with one of those. Then we started with one of those at the beginning of the stream. Now we're being tested with one again. Another expanding diagonal feature. She didn't want to give up last time. We have the expanding diagonal feature from here. This is the big kahuna question. It contravenes, and I said we would need the bull pennant flagpole to beat this expanding diagonal. This expanding diagonal here, okay? Let me clean up these interior patterns here so that you see this. But the expanding diagonal here, right? We're up and over level of resistance expected, okay? Level of support, that's a classic Elliott wave feature, right? And so we're in an expanding diagonal on top of an expanding diagonal. Boom, expanding diagonal over an expanding diagonal, okay? Level of resistance, level of support, level of resistance, level of support, both ascending and both expanding, right? And that's in the context of a very interesting play that Bitcoin has brought us, which is we have stacked, this is great, guys, we have stacked ascending, expanding diagonals, okay, stacked diagonals, and we have stacked, look at this, we have stacked ascending triangles, okay? So this is the market. This is what she does. You guys know this. Those who trade frequently, you guys know. It's just that's what she's decided to do today. She wants to test out Elliott wave theory, right? She wants to contravene Elliott wave theory. She wants to put the chop block on one of the two, right? It's either the channel framework to the upside holds. This is it. This is the bottom line. Either the channel feature to the upside, and it's going to be this parallel channel under your trend line menu, under the trend line menu. Either this is going to hold and operate as a, I mean, essentially, as we're looking at the framework here, yeah, what a great point. In terms of that level of resistance, and mind the candle wick on that level of resistance, all right? The target is up there, but, you know, our ultimate goal, and it's like we've gotten far enough, right? You feel like we've gotten far enough. We get just a little further, right? But this level of resistance across the top, the triangulation, we're going to be looking squarely at how to get past this line of resistance. I'm going to say that. I want to shout out to everyone on July 4th. It is a holiday weekend in the United States of America. We celebrate freedom, which is a good thing. We hope that wherever you are in the world that you're experiencing that. And if not, I don't know, maybe US of A is in your future. We definitely appreciate the freedom that we have in the United States of America, and we would welcome you to enjoy that with us. At least come visit if you're not here in the US of A. At least come visit. We would appreciate that very much. We would like that, especially the guys in our group. What's up? So We're going to be looking at the top line threshold. You see the King Kong bullseye target right up in this zone. We're going to dig into the micro additionally. This is a level of resistance that is being respected thus far. We caught that live. I'm glad that we caught that live. The move is not over thus far. You understand the complications with the dual. With the dual, guys, expanding diagonals, you also understand the specific. And this is a lot to internalize, a lot to understand. If you don't understand it at all, just give it a few weeks. Just give it a few weeks, guys. You'll get there, okay? In terms of the specific channel formation to the upside, okay, that's going to battle, okay, in a positive way. That's going to be the bull solution to. And I want to put a mid-level function in this. I want to put a mid-level line in this. Let's put that mid-level. Let's see if we can make that. There we go. Let's put a mid-level hitch in here, almost like a regression trend. Okay, just a median along the line here. Let's along the middle. Let's say that the bulls have the counteraction to the standard expectation. The expectation is the following, guys. The expectation is that on a leading expanding diagonal, which we have, the expectation is a capitulation through the level of support. Boom. Now, we also have, that's the expectation, we do have the bulls that can come in along this level of support on the channel. Boom. Mid-level function in play as well. And as we would look at, I'll say, guys, I know you've booked great trades today so far, okay, in terms of this specific flat top preceding resistance, the resistance, level of support, ascending. Flat top resistance, ascending level of support. This level stacked with orders, I'll tell you that. This level's also stacked with orders, I'll tell you that. And there is a King Kong level of sell orders up here along. You guys know this? That's the level to look at. This level of resistance across the top here is loaded, guys. It's loaded to the hilt. So what I'll tell you, it's been nice to stream. I appreciate the level of interaction with Bill and Jay, Anthony and Mordecai and Leo. Guys, we appreciate everything. I wanted to come live and just update everybody on the trade features because it's been nice. Let's watch for some additional pattern development. When I say that, it's never an out. It's never an excuse. Understand, when I say let's watch the micro, this is the 1 minute time frame. Boom, to the upside. It's never an excuse. It's always a solution. I'm telling you guys, if we don't know where the price is going right now immediately, hey, let's dig into the micro. Let's see what we got going on the micro. Beautiful move to catch. Bam. Right? Congrats to anybody who entered along support in this specific zone here, because that was a clean level pickup. We talked about this pattern frequently on the YouTube, on what I decided to bring you guys on the YouTube. This specific pattern, doesn't it look nice now? Let's just delete everything for a minute. And doesn't this look nice now? Right? Let's take a look at this in terms of this level of, let's get down to, boom, here we go. This specific level of resistance, level of, yeah, well, that's a good recommendation, but yeah, our banners those are our trade results, guy. Someone just said I would recommend a new follower wants to reduce the banners on top. That's our trade group, guy. That's our trade group. Those are the returns on top. You see Venus 400%, Jay 250%, Anthony 2,258%. Bill is over 1,000%. Now, those are individual trades. Their pictures are on the top, Ray. So just to let you know, yeah, we can't reduce those at all. What I'm focused on are the technicals, right? The absolute technicals. Somebody new to the game. They don't know VIP. We're going to brag it. We're going to put it up on a billboard if we have to. We're excited about our trades. Level of resistance, level of support, right? Level of resistance, level of support. Now, isn't that a sweet pickup? It's like, how could we have missed that? What's the good news? We didn't. Congratulations to the VIP. We were talking about it the entirety of the time while people were discussing it. I was getting almost hate mail. You guys know this? I was almost getting hate mail about the fact it's going down. People just telling me flat out, it's going down to here. It's going down. I'm like, all right. Well, anyway, I like this pattern. This pattern's indicated. Boom. Nicely done. VIP in the house. Not everybody gets it, right? Not everybody's supposed to. I'm going to go ahead and put you in timeout, or I'll put you in timeout first time, but you're invited to join VIP, and that's the invitation you'll get. Everybody's invited, but it's for the for the few, right? The proud, the what do you say? It's for the select, those select who have decided to be selective in terms of who they in terms of I think that's a good way to put it in terms of who they have decided to they've decided to trade with. That's our trade group. So yes, we have the expanding leading diagonal, expanding leading diagonal. A lot of patterns involved here, guys. We've covered them too well, right? We've covered them well enough that I don't know, right? We may have some. Who knows? We probably got some J.P. Morgan like VP or something just in the background, like watching with his team in their office in New York. I don't know. It could be. Could be. Stranger things have happened. I want to shout out to everybody in terms of whether or not you're VIP or just a passerby. We would welcome you to join our trade group. Fibonacci's are engaging. As you look at this, in terms of this, you know that Fibonacci's are engaging. Boom. Looking at that top level here, we would also do a breakout. Okay, in terms of the preceding zone breakout from the preceding level of resistance, we would initiate Fibonacci's as well. Boom, in this zone. We're currently on that 38.2. Very important. That technique of the preceding breakout zone, Fibonacci to the top. Very important. So, guys, I'm going to let you go. This is London Wanted to Stream. Catch this price action, and we'll talk to you guys soon. AJ, if you're listening, I know that we have a call tomorrow. I'm excited about that, my man. Hope everything's great with everyone's families, and happy 4th of July. And USA, what's up, guys? We'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much. This is London with Bitcoin Spike. So glad we caught these moves, and boom, guys, just bam. Spike that football, throw it on the ground, bam. We nailed these moves. Boom, bam. Look at this, guys. This is awesome. So way to go, guys. We'll keep trading. We got